For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world.
This is the main event.
Dildo corn is alive.
And kicking. Come on over here, I'll headbutt your ass a couple times, if you know what I'm saying.
This brother breaking off a 40-yard run. This brother, come on, zip it.
I hope I didn't piss off Jesus.
You call that a penalty? Who's number one, though? Who's number one?
It's the LA Clippers.
Boom! Shut up! You're saying it wrong, people. I would get her pregnant.
Fuck you, Tripoli.
That just called in and hangs up, you motherfucker. That pisses me off.
Ari, are you in the shower now?
Totally in the shower.
Yeah, dude.
He's not a cokehead.
You mean James? Stupid idiot.
You're a stupid idiot for getting so uptight over nothing.
You're clearly lying. You're clearly just
Why would I lie?
For attention.
Why would I lie?
Well,
I don't need attention.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. You're a comic. It's time.
Yeah, it is live. I can't believe we got the budget now to go down to Brazil and do a live podcast from Sao Paulo. Where are we? Sao Paulo?
Wherever Brazil is, dude.
Wherever
it's like,
Brazil and the hookers are.
It's the southern Mexico.
Yeah. Southern. Maybe. There is a hierarchy of Latinos, and I don't know where they fall.
Brazil is the like echelon.
Joining us in his rocking chair is everybody's favorite Lebanese comedian.
Yeah.
One of my best
Nick
friends,
Youssef.
Nick Youssef.
See, that's
everybody.
that's a less specific
Come on,
racial
dude.
intro.
From
Come on.
Just friend. Just
all
friend.
things comedy
There you go. That's good too.
podcast, occasionally awesome.
Yeah.
We got a
With
couple.
Kevin Christie, Nick Youssef. Everybody.
We have friends in San Diego. My good friend Nick Youssef will be recording his first comedy album at the La Jolla Comedy Store this weekend.
Yep.
So if you're in La Jolla, you want to see a great show, and you love skinny jeans, show up to the La Jolla Comedy Store. Are you recording all 4 shows?
Yeah, all 4 shows.
That's a good idea.
There's 2-for-1 tickets if you use the coupon code ATC.
If you use Punch Drunk, 3-for-1 tickets.
If you use Punch Drunk, you get to open for him.
Yeah.
So
Really excited. A lot of stuff. Let's get into very excited. Caveman Coffee. You guys are loving it. I'm loving it. I drink it every day. I try to snort it once.
every day. You try to snort it once?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, this
I
thing's
hope
so...
you have a coffee grinder because otherwise it's a
No,
big
I like
problem.
it chunky. I like my fucking coffee chunky when I hit it.
You mean coffee or you mean blow?
Either or. So, Caveman Coffee. Go to the Punch Drunk website, which we have the new one coming up. It's getting done right now. Go to the Punch Drunk website. Order that coffee. I can't recommend it enough.
But I'll
it's
tell you
great
this
coffee.
also, Sam.
Do you drink it?
I do every day. I really do.
you ever
Until
tried
it's
it?
gone.
Yeah.
I gave him some for
Tate gave him a bag to give to me.
Yeah.
Tate is great.
And it was great.
And I'll tell you this, if you, even while our website's down right now or in limbo, if you go to Caveman Coffee and you enter the code Punch Drunk Sports, you still get 10% off that way.
Bam!
If you enter occasionally awesome, you get 20% off.
You son of a
Do you really?
No.
He's a...
But he just did that to me with the
That's just uncalled for. So check it out, because when you buy there, you support the show. That Caveman Coffee money goes to our new website.
And
it
you
should be up
support
any
Tate
day.
Fletcher, and you support fucking
Just America.
MMA
Good
sports,
coffee.
and you support the UFC.
And we're very excited. Today starts our brand new... Can you bring up the website real quick? Starts our brand new partnership with our good friends now at BetDSi.eu. You can do .com. It'll bring you to EU. That's right. If you guys love to gamble, and I know you guys are a bunch of degenerates, which is really crazy. I think gambling is the only vice you don't have.
You're so wrong. Were you not?
Dude, he's
I
fucking
went
cornered
nuts
me
on him the other
for
day.
an hour about how to win
Did you
at
not
Blackjack.
see me when we were in Vegas when I was with Kyle? I was at the Blackjack table. The only time I
26
wasn't there
hours.
was when we were on stage. The rest of it, I was at a Blackjack
So
table.
you are officially addicted to everything.
Pretty
Everything.
much.
Power rank your addictions.
I will, absolutely, and it's very easy for me to do. Alcohol 1.
1, by far.
Alcohol 1. I would then
Cocaine.
go, I would go alcohol, I would go pot, I would go gambling.
What?
No.
Third?
I completely disagree with this.
You're very wrong.
Okay.
I live in this fucking shitty
and
shell.
I observe.
You don't.
I go alcohol 1, Pussy
Cocaine.
1A.
Ooh, I forgot about
1A.
Pussy 1A.
Forgot about pussy. Forgot about
Cocaine.
'Cause it's not a
Weed,
chemical
but I think
substance.
coke is in there somewhere.
Dude, I haven't done coke in
Cocaine.
maybe 7 years.
Okay,
Oh,
no
wow.
coke.
But I crave pot. I crave booze. A human being craves pussy.
Yeah, but
Gambling is way
there's
higher than
certain
coke.
guys that are just.
I mean, human beings also
consumed with-
crave alcohol and pot, but like it's the degree of which.
Yeah, to what
and
degree?
the destructive
Yes.
behavior.
Thank you, Nick Youssef,
get
voice of
pussy.
reason.
If I was like really rich, I would have a gambling problem. The only thing keeping me from having a gambling problem is you can't gamble for free. You can
Right.
drink for free at comedy clubs. You can smoke pot for free at places. You can get laid for free.
Yeah.
You can't gamble for free. If I was
Actually,
a
now you
billionaire,
can. If you go to BetDSi, use the promo code PunchDrunk,
This is
you
all
get
part of the
$10 of gambling money. Now you can't pull it out like a scumbag. You gotta use that. And you keep gambling, you can roll over, and you could actually cash out $200 if you play your cards right. And
Why can't you
Brad,
cash out more than that?
yeah, what?
Why can't you cash out more than that?
well, look who it is, our China friend.
Is it our voice?
Is
The
he
voice
here?
of God?
The Jew Gook, ladies and gentlemen.
The Jew kook.
What if you had a parlay for $10?
Oh, look at his
more than
ugly
that?
face.
Come on, dude.
Ari.
It's not dude. Don't get so close. It really isn't good.
All right, let me ask you
Yeah,
this.
that's
There
good.
you go.
All right.
Real quick, can I just get through this promo
Sure, of course.
code?
Oh, absolutely.
Go to betdsi.eu.com. Put in the promo code PunchDrunk. You get $10 gambling money, and if you play your cards right and you do right, you can leave there with $200 straight cash.
Throw
Get
it on
some
the World Cup.
cocaine.
Leave it more than $200.
What?
Why can't you keep rolling it over and make more than $200?
You can, but at that point, you can pull it out. At
That's the first
$200.
time you can pull it out if you want.
Oh.
God, you look like a fucking Jewish camel with that goddamn mouth.
Oh my God!
Look at
You look like a
that.
fish who sucks dicks.
All right, before we get into China, I don't know if you heard what we were just talking about. Sam was surprised to hear that I have a love for gambling, and not only a love for gambling, but a blackjack system I will be doing on Nick's podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
By the
I don't
way-
know why Coke wasn't on that list.
Yeah, I was
It's
surprised too.
it's just extremely low. It's just not, it's not my thing.
Cannot believe that this guy
7
thinks
years?
he-
You haven't done Coke? 7 years?
For me, yeah. I've been building 7
You
years.
just, you just
I
act
question
like
that.
you're on it
I
sometimes.
question that figure.
Dude,
too.
I'm honest about everything. I really
question
haven't.
that. You're not really honest
Since
about
Heather
everything.
and I-
love you to death.
Since
You're
Heather
not
and
really
I-
honest about everything. I
Since
love
Heather
you
and
to
I
death.
broke up, the last time I did coke was with my ex-girlfriend.
Ari, do you believe him?
No.
I don't either.
Well,
I'm
hold on.
sorry. I love you with all my
Ask
heart.
him,
You're
ask
brother.
him other drug
That's fine.
questions and
That's
see
fine.
what
Doesn't
gauge.
matter,
I haven't
dude.
acid and
Does not
mushrooms
matter.
or anything like that
Doesn't
longer
matter.
than that.
I just know this guy long enough. I'm gonna tell you.
Why would he lie about coke and not pot and alcohol?
I don't know.
Let me ask you a
pussy or
question. Let me
anything
ask you a
else.
question. Let me weigh
Why,
in.
why does anybody with an addiction lie about anything? It doesn't matter.
That's a
I mean,
good
that's
point.
true.
Everyone
That's
But
lies
that's a
about
great
Coke.
point. But like, why
It
would I be
is.
like, oh yeah,
But
man,
why-
I'm
I-
in-
yeah,
I'm
that's
just
Y,
telling
and
you,
Z.
I don't believe you. And
People love
it's
lying
not
about Coke.
personal.
Let me
I
ask you a
just don't
question,
believe you.
Thibault.
What?
In terms of lying about your addictions, how often do you go to AA right now?
Do I go to meetings?
Yeah.
I'll be very honest with you, 4 or 5 a week.
And what do you tell them? What do you say there? Like, hey guys,
really the
still
truth.
drinking.
You're very. Those rooms are very honest. Those rooms are very honest. And
So
you're
what do
like,
you tell
I can't
them?
stop doing this right now. I can't stop doing that right now. This is pissing me off. That's pissing me off. But what my point is Tripoli was surprised to hear that I have addictions across the board, but it includes gambling.
No, I just never had heard of him having a gambling problem. I mean,
Me neither.
I don't
Me
think it's a
neither.
problem. You need money to have a gambling problem, and I don't have money.
But you drink and you don't have money.
But you can drink for
Do
free in a
that.
lot of places.
I guess what he's saying is if you really wanted to gamble, you'd find a way, even with no money.
Yes.
Like you'd blow
And you
people,
would.
or you'd sell your clothes. Or
Yes.
you'd,
Yeah,
you'd
yeah,
Wait,
does
Tito,
all that.
do you
So
drink
it's
free
way
at the comedy
lower.
store, or do you
Yeah,
pay
that's
for
and
those?
it is lower on my
Yeah.
lower on my addiction list.
Yeah.
It is.
What's that, Ari?
Do you drink free at the comedy store, or do you pay for those?
It
No,
just
no, no.
depends. Depends, you know. Just depends.
Sometimes he'll go up and put $40 on your debit card that you didn't know about. That's a classic Thibault move.
Good move.
Which is,
Good move.
Sam said he got this, and like the comedy store, retard bartenders will just, oh yeah, that makes sense. So then you
And
walk
then you
up,
wave
you're
to
like,
Sam. You're like, hey, Sammy. And he waves like, hey, man. And you're like, see,
Well,
you got it.
yeah.
Haven't you just told the bartenders like, hey, no one puts shit on my card?
It's a good idea,
It
Nick.
depends on where his
Because I
addictions
think
are when
Kevin
that
Shea
happens.
tried to do that to me once a long
Kevin
time ago.
Shea? Who's Kevin
I was like,
Shea?
you can't just go up and put a fucking drink on my
I
tab.
can't believe they co-signed that.
Because it's the comedy store.
He's
They don't
an Asian
fucking-
guy.
He's a
I
comedy.
don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
He paid me back.
How's China, dog?
Good. I'm in Hong Kong right now.
Oh, how is
wow.
it? I need
Cool.
karate fights in the streets.
That's a
Great question, actually. Because that's how I
In a
envision it.
totalitarian regime, there is no violent. The only violent crime is fucking act outs against the state.
Oh,
There's no violence.
you sound upset.
No, I love it. You can walk down the street smoking a joint, drinking a beer like a free man.
So it's like Vegas, like in that sense?
Better than Vegas.
Really, man?
Yeah, that's Vegas' biggest problem. They say once Cuba opens up and you're going to be able to do whatever the fuck you want, Vegas
There's no
is in
crime
trouble.
here. There's no crime. There's an occasional bike got stolen. There's no crime.
Dude, that's
What
how...
about the crime of being a Jew walking around freely in Hong Kong?
Great question.
It's not a great question. That's a leading question, and it's offensive.
Sometimes leading
Not a
questions
great
are great.
question at all.
It's leading to the truth.
Yeah, that is
Ari,
true.
real quick question. How many times have you said the N-word loud in public?
Oh.
I haven't done it yet.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
But you got to be thinking
Yeah.
about something when you're doing it.
I
It's
just
like,
think,
hey,
nigga.
Yeah.
It's nigga.
what kind of coffee
we
would you
don't,
like?
Nigga. Yeah, they say that all the time. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't know if that's the word we want to use, but okay.
Well, tell Nick
Bad,
so he
better.
knows
What's
this
the- what's the
amazing
bad?
thing.
In China, their is nigga. Nigga.
No way.
Yeah.
So if you're like, let me
So
think
you'd be
about
like,
that.
sir, would you like order? You're like, nigga, 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 nigga.
Yes.
nigga.
On this N-bombs?
Yes, bro.
Wow.
NIGA. Yeah.
NIGA. There's only one G in it.
Oh, man.
But whoa.
Now, have you gone down to the markets, Ari, and tried to get some cheap shit? Suits?
Yeah, I've gotten some in Beijing, and I went to the hutongs in Beijing. Those are pretty cool. There's just
Now-
these alleyways that just go and go, and you don't even know where you're going because they go every which way, and then all of a sudden you're out like in some other region of the fucking city.
How's the
Here's the only
traffic?
problem.
How's the
I mean,
How's
traffic?
the
Wait,
driving?
wait.
Crazy, right?
You just have to like walk and hope they don't hit you. If they see a break in the pedestrians walking the street, a car will go right through that at like 30 miles an hour.
And they don't use stop signs or stop signals. They just fly through everything.
They have crosswalks. Crosswalks are like, they just don't mean anything. They're just
Yeah.
like, oh, look at those white things on the street. That's weird. They don't care at all.
Do you
Pretty
stand out
small.
like? Do you stand out like a sore thumb, man? Are you like Shaquille O'Neal? Like, are people enamored with just you're a tall Westerner who looks like
Old, ugly.
you
There's
kind of look like
expats.
shit.
There's
You get
expats
it.
around. There's expats around. They actually respect you a lot more. If you wear a suit, if you're a white guy in a suit, you can get into ambassadors parties in Beijing.
Yeah. Hey,
So you
real
have not
quick,
been to
Right,
any
racist.
ambassador party.
What is the locals' opinion on their take on the Holocaust? Do they believe in it or do they not believe in it? What's the Chinese take on that?
Actually, a lot of Jews fled to Shanghai in the years before the Holocaust,
And there's some like
and they lived there peacefully for 4 years before Mao came and killed everyone rich.
Wow, say tongue, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, killing the rich people.
Yeah, but it was a safe
So do
haven
you
for a
see
lot of
any
Jews
like
in
kung
Shanghai.
fu rabbis?
Yeah.
That's a good sitcom name.
Kung fu rabbis.
It's a good
It's a
band,
good band
name.
name.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Rabbi is a good band name.
And then the album title
Don't
is
pick your nose,
Jiu-Jitsu,
dude.
spelled Jew.
Jiu-Jitsu. What a great. Oh, God, that's
All right,
wonderful.
did you get my email?
Oh, what a terrible way
Did
for
you
him.
get
Let
my
me ask you
email?
guys a question. Yes. Let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
Specifically, Nick Youssef.
Yeah.
How much was there a frenzy for the LA Kings? How much did you guys feel it
I barely
during
felt
their
it at all.
playoff run?
I felt it was strong during the game. 300,000 people showed up to the parade.
I got super swept up into it. It's the first time in my life that I cared more in 41 years. It's the first time, and I'm a huge sports fan, first time I cared more about the Stanley Cup Finals than the NBA Finals. First time in my life.
Yeah, but let me ask you
Didn't
a
they win
question.
it a
Did you
couple
see
years
any
ago?
flags? Were there people talking about it on the street?
Yeah.
I
it
don't
was
know.
pretty
I'm
big,
just
Ari.
asking.
It was pretty big in LA. It was
was.
pretty,
Bigger than
you
2
felt
years
the
ago.
magic.
I'll tell you this, Ari. I was like, after this run, I'm like, I'm gonna start watching hockey games next year.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way, Sam.
I'm like, when Clippers aren't on, I'll watch a Kings game.
You know, I felt the same way. It's the first time that I got into it. I got to the strategies. I was like, I finally understood what icing was.
Did you see the video of the hot chick in high heels trying to cross the ice?
No, but let's watch it. Can we watch it?
Yeah.
Can you look that up? Batman,
It's very popular, yeah.
Hot chicken heels, face plants in LA Kings.
Face plants.
What was she trying to do?
She's just
She was
trying to
coming
cross.
out to maybe like do an interview. I don't know what she was doing.
She's just a
She's
hot chick
walking,
crossing the ice.
wearing heels.
On high heels.
And then like there's like a Fox Sports guy. It's like, hey everybody, the Kings just won. And right over here, you see this hot chick like swap, boom, like forehead first on the ice.
Almost like God took her legs and went boom, and just like hit her in
Like
the.
so hot where you're like, yeah, she kind of
like
deserved that.
sports-
This is the funniest part of that whole
like
thing. When
hot
your legs
chick.
go up, you look to see if you can see crotch.
Of course, yeah, immediately.
The fucking taint police over here.
Can
Which
we
I
have
was
Dana DeArmond call in so we can sing her happy birthday?
Is it her birthday today?
Yesterday.
Oh,
Have
I
her
didn't
call
know
in.
that.
I want to sing her happy birthday.
Do you really?
Yeah, totally call in. Let's say happy birthday to her. I
Girls
love
are
her.
such idiots.
Follow the Kings game.
Who's an idiot?
Both of you.
Why?
Nick,
You're an
in this
idiot.
case.
Because our friend that has helped us with our naughty show for fucking 3 years straight. It's her birthday.
we
We want
love
to say
her?
thank
We
you
gotta
for
call
everything
him
you've
for his
done.
We
birthday.
love
what
her.
other man do you call and say we have to call him for his birthday?
Ari,
Idiots.
Ari, you know what? I don't
Why are
like
you still against fun? Why are you still like?
Why do you
against-
hate fun, Ari?
You're like you do
No,
well
I'm
now.
against-
Like things are
Dude,
going.
Ari's the guy that
And then
always
it's like,
Man.
he's the guy that always
Hold on,
shits
I
in your
can't-
hat and
What,
tells you it's a
Ari?
casserole.
right.
What?
There's no male friend you have that you would make sure to call for his birthday. Treat her like a fucking equal.
I
you
call my
guys.
male friends for their fucking
Oh
birthday.
yeah, I text
I
him all
went
the
to your
time.
birthday party.
Yeah.
No, you went to his birthday party. That's a different thing.
If I was
It's
doing
not
a
calling him the day
podcast
after
during
their
it,
birthday
I would have
going,
called him
"Oh,
and said,
we
hey.
missed your birthday. We had to call you."
You know who
Ari.
texts me every single year for my birthday? Court McCown.
Really?
Yeah, every year. There's like a handful of friends that are always they call or text. How you doing? Let's get lunch. I'll buy you a drink.
All right, any
Every time I see you on your birthday, I'm like, hey, and I walk off, right?
Yeah, that's how you say
That's
it.
how I
and
say it,
I
dude.
appreciate it.
Yo,
15 years in a row, you said hey to me.
hey, dude.
You never called me for
I
my
have the
birthday,
video
Sam.
All
What's
right.
that?
I have the video.
never
Okay, let's
called
watch
me
it.
for my
Here's the
birthday.
video.
All
What's
right.
the punch drunk number?
What's the punch drunk number?
We'll throw it up in a second.
818-691-3959.
Wait,
691
3959.
3959.
Got it.
Here we go.
Here's the
This is
video.
awesome.
Check this out.
You're a very happy person tonight.
Look at this, Nick.
Never a dull moment.
Oh!
At times it looked like it
Oh, they'll show it
wasn't going
again.
to happen then.
Show it again.
An incredible
Show it
moment
again.
occurred late in the second overtime.
Rewind it.
I mean, whoop.
Oh! Look
That
at all the
sucks.
hot chicks on the ice too. It's so fucking funny.
Oh, you're right. Look,
Wow, over
1,
on the
2,
right, yeah.
3, 4,
Wow.
5, 6,
Why'd
7
you take
right
it
there.
down? I wanted to watch
5,
it
6,
again.
7 right there.
All right, did you see that?
No, I couldn't see it.
Here, we're showing it right now.
Oh, they won't show me.
Why?
Okay.
Oh, because
I don't know.
you're in
You
a
can only see
communist
us.
country.
No, it just.
They'll probably
not showing
blur
me on
her
my
face.
screen.
'cause
Oh,
it's-
are you want to watch it because it's hot chicks having fun, and we know how much you hate that.
No, he's
No, I love hot chicks having fun. He won't show me on my Skype.
it can't be shown to him unless he's watching the website.
Yeah, I got you.
I respect that.
I got you.
All right, here we go.
you go, watch
Hot
this
chick,
chick.
hot chick, hot chick. Boom! And her face just plants.
Great.
Just wait.
Look at this fucking
This
asshole
guy thinks he's gonna
slide
get
in.
some.
Overtime.
How funny is that?
Whoop.
Boom!
Oh,
It's her
like,
face.
It's almost like she hit her face first.
Yeah,
it's
she
like
did.
God just took her legs and went wham!
Yeah, it was face first.
Now you can take account of all the hot chicks if you want.
Ari.
So there's at least 2. Okay.
Are you there?
Yes.
You been hooking up with any chicks? What's going
Hookers.
on?
How many
How the-
hookers have you paid
How
for?
the
Chinese
show's
whores.
been?
No, I'm not going to Macau. I thought I was going to Macau. I was going to go three-way with 3 different races, and now I'm not going to Macau.
Why do you gotta do it in Macau? Everywhere
called
else
the-
has hookers.
That's called the Neapolitan, by the way.
Macau's like a hooker town. Like
it's,
do it
it's
right.
hooker town?
That's
In
where they have
Hong
the
Kong, there's
tornado.
no
That's
prostitutes
where,
in Hong Kong. We know that.
Everywhere else you have like soapies and shit like that, but you can't have like an awesome situation.
Oh, by the way, if you see like some European or Russian chick in China, she's probably a sex slave, just to let you know.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't seem to phase you at all.
gonna
You're
say,
like,
I got a
I'm still
feeling
gonna
he's
pay
fine with that.
$30 to fuck
Awesome.
her.
That'll be cheaper. I'll
Yeah.
get a better deal.
If any of our friends
More
would be
sex
down with
slaves.
fucking a slave, it'd be Ari.
Oh yeah, I'm totally down. Cheaper, man.
Yeah.
I just said.
I think you can use Groupon over there for sex slaves.
Yeah, maybe.
How have the shows been, man?
Shows are pretty cool, man. The people that come, like the expats that live here, they're adventurous. The people
Yeah,
that wanna
dude.
live
It's
in
like the
Shanghai
Wild
and
West. They're out
Beijing.
here trying to make $1.
They don't have plumbers here that are white. They don't have fucking garbage men that are white. They have people that are like bankers and IT people that are like have contracts to live in another continent for 2 years. They're just cooler people. They're like just adventurous.
Ladies and gentlemen,
calling?
here to take our call, the birthday girl, who Ari Shaffir clearly hates, but we all love. One of my
You've never
dearest friends,
played
ladies
my
and gentlemen, Dana DeArmond.
Dana DeArmond.
Hi.
Happy birthday, baby!
We're going to sing you happy birthday.
Oh,
You
thanks.
guys are horrible.
3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you.
Sing, Ari.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
Fuck
dear
you,
Dana
Ari.
DeArmond.
Why are you wearing clothes, Ari?
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, yay.
Did you do anything exciting for your birthday?
Sorry.
I had to work in Vegas yesterday, but Nick took me to see the Eels and Steve Perry sang, and I cried.
Aw, Nick's
a
such a
big
good
time.
guy. What'd you get exactly?
We went to see the Eels, the band, and Steve Perry from Journey came out and sang a bunch of Journey songs.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was fucking unreal.
What song? Don't stop.
Yeah.
Believe
No, he sang
it.
Lights, Open Arms, and Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin'. Those three. And he covered an Eels song.
Awesome. Awesome.
It was so great.
In
It was
Vegas?
amazing. No, this was here.
Oh, at the Orpheum, or where was it?
Orpheum, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
what
it
a
was-
romantic guy you are.
It was great.
That's great. Dana, are you in any sports? Are you watching the World Cup at all?
No, I saw some of it at the airport yesterday. People were like screaming, and I was just like, "Yay!" Like, I'm like in the back of the crowd, like I just kind of like joined
Pretending
the wave.
like you knew what was going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
she-
that.
She knows more
I
about
liked
sports
it,
than me. I
I
think.
liked it when Nick kicked Ari's ass in basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard
Shots
that, Ari.
fired. Shots fired.
You heard that, Ari. You got your ass beat.
By me.
If I ate breakfast, you would have lost.
Hey,
Oh my
Whatever.
God!
It was 1-0. He was puking
Hey,
on
is
his
it
hands
the
and knees.
kind of breakfast that makes you lose 10 years and 20 pounds off your body? That kind of breakfast?
I'm 178. If I was 20 pounds, I'd be anorexic.
How much you weigh?
I had you 10-7.
He's at least
I ate
240.
breakfast.
All right, I really feel like you would have won this game if it was 2001, and that's only because Nick would have been 13.
Thibault, do you think Nick would kill me?
I really will be very honest. I have seen both you guys play. I know what
Sam,
in
you're
fantastic
terrible.
shape Nick is in, and I know for the last month of our podcast, all you talk about is, I'm a filthy puke. I'm in terrible shape. I think I'm going to die soon. I'm a little worried, but I know you have the outside shot, and I know you have the court smarts, and I know you're going to play dirtier than Ari ever attempted. But I
Ari
still
does
think
have a good
Nick.
like mental game
No
though.
way.
Ari's got a psychological method.
I think Nick wins 12-8. 11-8. What do you play to?
11.
I think 11-8. I think
he
you
wins
gas, and I
11-4.
think do I want
I think
you
he
to
wins
win? Yes.
11-4.
I'm willing to take that bet.
I
I'm willing
want
to
you
take
to
that
win.
bet. By the way, I went 3 for 6 from three-point land last night in the Comedy Basketball League, and we knocked out the Open Michael Jordans out of the playoffs.
my old
Guarding
team.
you. Congratulations. But that's what nobody's guarding you.
Ari, who do you
Yeah.
think will win, me or Sam?
You'll win 12-4.
12-4. Wow.
I say
Wow.
11-8.
I
It
think
all
12
depends
I
if my
think Nick
shot
will be up 10-4
shot
and then shoot a two-pointer.
shot. It all depends if the shot falls.
He's saying you're going to be up 10-4 and win on a two-pointer.
What the fuck?
At that point, yeah, why not shoot one?
Dana,
I guess
how
you're right.
nervous were you during Ari's game against Nick? Because I was sitting right next to you. I was doing the podcast, I was sitting right next to you. Ari started hitting some shots. Did you start to get nervous?
Yeah, I didn't want the cum socks to be near me at all. But I knew Nick would win because Nick's in much better shape.
You
He did
guys,
the life
man,
cycle.
he doesn't play the game. I play the game. I know what I'm fucking
I'm factoring
doing.
that in, but
I
my
know
biggest
the game.
my biggest
I'm not gonna
factor
let
is
him
cardio.
fucking steamroll me either.
My biggest factor is cardio.
I mean, you're gonna steamroll yourself. Like your lungs are gonna go no.
I was very worried that Ari was going to kick Nick in the dick and ball area, and that part would be injured.
Broke him?
Because he's a big time cheater.
Ari, you are notorious for being a big time cheater.
Yeah.
At
he
any
just
point
hit
in
my
time, were you
ribs
thinking
instead.
about kicking
Not
him
a
in the
cheater. I use
in the
rules to my
cock?
advantage. Not a cheater. Not a cheater. Use the rules to my advantage. And
Hey,
I'll
So
tell
did
you
I
what,
in the end.
You use the rules to your disadvantage because you lost.
Dana, I want to talk to you for a second about something. I recently lost a bet to Ari, a bowling bet, and I had to watch 2 hours of hardcore gay pornography.
Hot.
Now, I tried to circumvent the rules by going with lesbian porn. They said that's not considered gay porn. Gave the point to that. Then, and I know this only because I've talked to you a bunch of times, you love trannies. I tried to watch tranny porn because I thought it was dick and ass by balls and dick. So technically that's gay porn. They said that wasn't gay porn. Your opinion?
It's categorized as straight porn.
Tranny porn is straight porn?
Yep.
Dana. Yeah, but they don't give away tranny awards at the AVNs.
Let me ask you a
They
question.
do.
Let me ask Dana a
Transsexual
question.
Performer of the Year.
When a black girl fucks a white guy, is that interracial or is that not interracial porn?
It's
When a
considered
black-
not interracial porn.
It is
Thank you.
interracial
What
porn.
category? When a black girl
Well,
fucks
if
a
it-
white
if
guy,
an
that's not
Asian girl-
interracial porn.
No, it is. Technically, it is.
If an
So,
Asian
no.
girl fucks a white guy, it's not considered interracial porn.
That's true.
It's just a black guy.
It's
Or-
considered gook porn, right?
And of all people know what
So
gay
can't
porn
say
is,
that.
you should know.
What's
Or
that?
it's black on black.
Black on black. Interracial porn is black person with white. If you go to X videos or whatever and you put in interracial, black chicks banging white
black
guys
guy.
come up.
I guess it's its
well,
own genre then.
It's its own genre. It's a black guy with a not black girl.
Oh, yeah.
Or a black guy with a white guy, yeah.
Do you watch gay porn, Dana?
I don't watch porn. No.
Okay, I get that. I don't watch stand-up.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Bullshit on that!
I watch both.
Hey, have you guys ever had some young comics?
I'm
that
not
you
involved in
watch-
either world.
Lesbian porn is considered straight porn, too.
It's also considered my childhood.
Yeah, that's so crazy. You know why? Because if they didn't include lesbian porn, half the chicks wouldn't show up to the AVNs.
Oh yeah.
Can I just say lesbian porn is not actually porn?
What is it?
What?
It's just them, I don't know, modeling.
Why?
I agree with you,
What about
Ari.
when they
Oh,
scissor?
because there's no finish. There's no big finish.
It does nothing for me, though.
Everything that
But
lesbians do,
When I do
if I
lesbian
did, would be
porn, it's
considered
definitely
foreplay.
porn.
What, Dana?
When I do lesbian porn, it's definitely porn.
Yeah, she gets paid. It says porn check.
Disagree.
But I also like stick my hand in people's buttholes. So I don't know.
And for that,
People-
I
it's more-
respect
it's
you.
more extreme.
It's good to
more
know, Nick.
extreme.
That's why he's so spry.
That's like my morning.
That's why he's a Muppet.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fisting porn is like a woman's sport, like softball, fast pitch softball.
That's how
That's
they.
so
That's
funny.
how they greet each other.
Is that why she calls you her
I've
little
seen like,
catcher's
they'll
mitt?
meet up at lunch, and that's how
Let
they
me
say
ask you
hello.
something, Dana. Real quick, then we got to go. Real quick. Dana.
Okay.
Why is there so many black guys nominated for Entertainer of the Year, yet there's only like one black chick nominated for Female Entertainer of the Year? Is racism still prevalent in the porn community?
Absolutely.
I have an answer for that.
Okay, what's your answer?
Because slavery, man. Slavery. You got to
Porn
make up
is-
for
porn
slavery.
is racist.
It's affirmative action, the whole thing.
Is there a lot of racism in porn? Is that what you're saying, Dana?
Yeah, interracial porn is racist.
Why?
Because we're the human race. Your color of your skin isn't your race.
Right.
So is it racist because, like, the whole notion for black guys who watch it is that black guys are subhumans and this poor girl is just getting taken to town?
I think that maybe they're trying to capitalize on the social stigma that a lot of white guys would not want their daughter to get fucked by an 11-inch black penis.
And that's where I draw the line.
It sells the best in the Midwest and like in red states. So.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Isn't that nuts? That's the nuts.
Erotic
That's
taboo.
weird.
That just proves that it's wrong.
Yeah.
You know, that proves that they don't believe that.
I still do it though.
Well, because
That's my
you're
power.
an American.
Damn the man.
You're an American.
Yeah. You believed in Martin Luther King's dream. Or wet dream. You believed in Martin Luther King's wet dream.
Man, put your phone away.
I just sent a text. Well, Dana, we love you to death. We're so happy you called in.
Happy birthday, baby. I love you so much.
Thank you. I love you guys too.
You've always
Take
been
care.
the best.
Have fun in Vegas.
Ari, on the phone is your Chinese mistress. You want to take this call?
Yeah, some chick you hooked up in China is calling in.
I will tell you this, that I had sex with a girl, but I did not come.
All right, here we go. This is a chick calling, telling
This
us
could
about
be
the
her.
non-coming sex. Please welcome to the show Ari's Chinese mistress. I don't know if she has a name.
This is Mylene.
Mylene?
Mylene, I meet
Mylene.
Mr. Ari at comedy show.
Oh, you met him there. Now, you an expat or you a local Chinese person? Because
I'm a local Chinese.
your accent is phenomenal, by the way.
I meet Mr. Ari. We fuck all night long.
Oh.
Wow, but he didn't come?
Ari didn't come.
He no come for
Not
me.
what happened.
Now, did that make you sad?
You make me very sad. I'm very good at what I do.
Did he use a condom or no condom?
Mr. Ari insists on no condom.
That sounds like Ari. Ari, that does sound like you.
I believe
That
this
sounds
story.
exactly
Fucking
like you.
scumbag.
I'll tell you the real thing that happened, that I tried to use a condom, but I bought it in China, and it's that kind with the form-fitting head. And so I thought that'd be interesting. It fits the head, and what I didn't consider is that it was sold in China to Chinese people, and there was no way I was getting that on.
You are lying. He's lying. He has no condom, and he say no condom and no sex.
Now, what did Ari's known as being a little creepy?
Yeah.
What did Ari ask you to do to him sexually?
Yeah.
He asked me to lick his asshole.
Oh, Ari. And we saw that asshole.
Yeah.
Did he shampoo it before
saw it
you
last
licked
week.
it?
No,
Yeah,
I
it was
don't
very
ask. I
hairy
just
for
tell.
me, but I do it to please Mr. Ari. I love America.
You did it anyway? What a lovely woman.
They're very doting.
I find his jokes very funny, so I want to reward him.
Now, did Ari promise you anything for the sex?
He told me he'd make me his wife, bring me to America.
Ari, what
Ari.
the fuck?
Ari, you promised her to marry her. Are you going to fulfill that promise?
You've already
Are you
had
gonna
one
make
failed marriage.
Americans look bad.
If anyone knows what it's about to lie in order to get laid, it would be Sam Tripoli.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do what it takes.
Thank you.
I
Now,
met Sam Tripoli one time in Guam.
Oh, you were in Guam?
I was there one time. I see you do show.
How was my show?
Very good. You do it with a guy named Steve.
Yeah, Steve Ranzizi. Yeah.
Very sexy show.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hook up with either one of those guys after the show?
We have a little party. I like comedian. I like to fuck as many as possible.
Well, you picked 3 winners so far.
Can you go down the
Where are you
list
from,
of
French
comedians
Canada?
that you've had sex with?
Oh, I'd love to hear this.
I fuck Artie Lang,
Wow.
John Panette.
Oh, you like
love
fat guys.
comedy.
You like people that are about to die or are dead.
You should go to Tracy. You should go visit Tracy Morgan in the hospital.
Oh,
Of course.
come on.
Of course.
Ari.
I sent him flowers.
Oh, you sent them flowers. That's so nice. What other comics have you fucked?
Who?
Harlan
Harlan
Williams.
Harlan Williams.
Wow.
What comics do you
Norm Macdonald?
refuse?
Norm Macdonald. Now, have you turned down any comics?
Yeah.
Anybody hit
Where-
on you? You're like, no way, Jose.
Where do you draw the line?
I don't have lines.
Oh, so you'll fuck anybody. Now, is there a certain do they have to be headliners, or do you fuck open micers too?
I fuck anyone who holds the microphone, tell jokes.
Even women.
Wow. Wow, that's a good question. What about female comics?
I fuck female comics, Amy Schumer.
Oh.
What about Leslie?
What about Leslie Jones?
You fuck Leslie Jones?
She fucks me.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that too. That was so easy. That's a slow pitch softball right there.
Now let me ask you: when
run.
Ari is making love to you, does he say any stuff sexually? Is he a dirty talker?
Yeah.
He whispered in my ear, "You like that big Jew cock?"
Ari, that's not very romantic.
It's not about romance, Sam. It's about.
And he called me dirty chink.
What? You call her a dirty chink?
Did that hurt your feelings?
It did, but also turned me on.
Okay, I get that.
Now, Ari says he never came. Did that offend you, or how did you guys end it if he didn't finish?
Yeah, how do you handshake?
He said we get them next time.
Okay, we get them next time.
We'll get him next time.
Now, did he let you sleep over, or did he immediately kick you out?
Good question there.
He started doing things on his phone and walking around the room, making I know he wants me to leave.
Aw, did that make you sad?
Start doing busy work.
It made me sad, but I know he married me and loved me, so that made me too sad.
Now, did he pay for your rickshaw ride home?
Good question.
He buy me a new silk kimono.
Aw. Did he try to go anal with you? You know those Jews.
He did stick it in my ass. I thought that would make him come, but still nothing from his penis.
What did he say at any point? What would help make him come?
Yeah.
He said if I wore his glasses and talk like his mother.
Can you please give us a little taste of how you acted that out, please?
Please do that.
We give you.
I try for him, but he say accents don't match up. I say, little Ari, you do good at school. Good boy.
You're too good at school. Good boy.
Now, did he want you as his mother to tell him to do anything, like maybe use the potty or anything?
He want me to change his diaper. He say he shit in pants, and I change for him.
I do not find that hard to believe.
That part's true.
Now, was Ari nice enough to eat you out as a gentleman? Did he represent America correctly?
He say, you dirty whore, I know you pussy.
Ari, I bet you did not eat her pussy. Is that true?
The girl I hooked up with, I did eat
You
her
ate
pussy.
her pussy.
I gotta say this.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Ari,
a room full of scumbags, and
so
I
are you
appreciate
going
that.
to hook up with this? Are you going to actually, consummate the marriage? Are you going to marry her? Are you going to fulfill your agreement?
I don't believe this is the girl I hooked up with. I think this
He
might be
told me
another
on wedding
girl.
night that maybe he come for me.
Oh, man. So on the wedding night, where are you guys going to, where's the big place in China to get married at?
Macau?
Macau.
Macau,
The
yeah.
village, the town of hookers.
we get sex slaves and we have big party.
Will you have a threesome with Ari?
I want
Please?
to have threesome with Ari and me and the other woman play Mrs. Ari.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Ari, you got any final words to your mistress who sounds like her feelings are hurt?
Mistress, tell them about when your father came in.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. I don't want to say it. My father come in room. He say, you fuck American?
Yeah, he was pretty upset.
No. Why was your dad at Ari's place?
How old are you?
It wasn't at my place. It was at her place. And I believe she might have been younger than I thought.
Oh, boy.
I'm 46.
How old's your dad?
Dad is 63.
Wow. Both have great skin.
Oh my God! I'm sure this is an expensive phone call. Mai Ying, is that your name? Ma Ling?
It's all free.
Okay. Depends on what part of China we're at. All right, man. Thank you so much for calling in, Ari's Chinese Mistress. As always, we love we appreciate you calling in.
You have a weird French Canadian accent, my link. Sounds very similar to French Canadian.
Are you saying that sounds like GSP?
Sounds a little like GSP.
I do. You just like to fuck weird people, Ari. So, Ari, is World Cup mania taking over China?
Massive here.
Is it?
Massive.
It is?
Do they have a good team?
Are they?
No, China sucks. They're not even in. Not about that. They all love World Cup. The bars open up at like 4 a.m., 5
They
a.m.
love it everywhere but here.
Play it.
Have you seen the viewing parties all over the place?
Oh, there's bars that'll have huge ones, but like
they're viewing like Chicago, like giant viewing parties.
Yeah. I went to one last World Cup at Cat and Fiddle or whatever, that British bar.
Oh, that's huge.
It started at like 4:30 in the morning.
Oh my god!
And it was
they're.
I mean, it was packed wall to wall. It was fun as shit.
It's the Super Bowl of the world.
Right,
You know how big the Super Bowl is here?
How big,
It's
Tebow?
bigger than that.
That's
Like
pretty
people, like
fucking-
they were like, I was watching the World Cup the other day, and they're like, I forget, it was like an African team against somebody else, and they're like, it's 6 hours away if you were lucky enough to fly.
Right.
Which implies that there's like thousands of people that drove like 18 hours to Brazil to just be there for this 3-hour game or whatever.
How long do you think of a drive that'd be from here to Brazil?
It would be like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I don't know,
it would be a
forever.
fucking
Yeah,
drive.
I mean, you got to go like Panama Canal. You got to go all
6 hour
the way
And then
to
you're gonna get
Mexico.
shot in
What,
Mexico.
Ari?
Yeah, you're
You're
gonna
stay
die
in the
in
hospital.
Mexico.
Yeah.
What?
A 6 hour flight would be LA to New York, and that takes like 40 hours to drive.
Yeah, it's crazy. Did you watch the game at all? Did you watch the U.S.
Which
game?
game?
It was awesome.
No.
Who won?
I don't.
We did.
Oh, good.
We did. I gotta tell you, it wasn't the most pristine play game. You know, we don't like the other teams where it's like soccer's their number one sport.
Yeah.
They're just it's like San Antonio
ballet.
Spurs.
You know, I was talking
They're
to a
just
guy-
like every precision, dude. Everyone's right where they gotta be. Ours is just like, let's just hope we get it in.
I was talking to a guy like, you know, when you have like a local like 7-Eleven that you always like go to get cigarettes or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck, you know, you walk there. And it's like, I don't know, they're not Mexican, but they're not Indian, but they're not like that. You would check other. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're like brown, but they're not.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are, but their
one
accent
thing you know
is
is
so
they're
ambivalent.
soccer
You know,
fans.
ambivalent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're talking about that, and I'm overhearing him talking to this Mexican guy about the World Cup right when it started. And what he said was, and we had a conversation about it later, he goes, within the next 2 World Cups, so 8 years from now, I guarantee you America will at least be in the finals, if not win it.
Right.
You know,
No
and he's like,
doubt.
that's how far away we are.
And then America will be into soccer
Have
from
we
now
won
on
one?
out, right?
What's that? All right?
Have the boys ever won one?
I didn't hear you.
Have the American men ever won one?
No.
No,
Not
World
in
Cup?
that-
No.
We only until the last like 12 years did we even start qualifying.
I think
We would get eliminated before we could even get invited to the World Cup by like
the world will be whoever we play in the finals. The world will be rooting for the other team.
absolutely
Oh, yeah,
right.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God,
Yeah.
Sam, are you ever right?
What America thinks of Los Angeles, the world thinks of America.
Yeah. As far as like soccer goes, America is the third world country.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, and every
That's-
other
and
way,
that's the
we're
only
in
other
charge.
time. Yeah, that's the
where
only
they
time.
Maybe
have it
hockey
over
is
us.
the only other time where if we're in some kind of tournament we're the underdog.
Right.
But soccer for sure.
But still, I mean,
yeah.
we're pretty good at, you know, hockey's like, you know, we have it's the third big sport here.
The gulf
Fourth.
between Canada and Russia and us is fucking
sure,
deep.
Oh, right.
Of course.
You might even put Sweden above us. There's a bunch of teams.
We do have 330 million people. I mean, all we need is 12 good ones.
Well, that's the whole
You
thing.
just need the
all
money,
they need is one of the Twitch Fiverr super athletes to get
to not
them
play
early.
the NBA, to not play tight
Yeah.
end, to not go to the UFC, to not go
No,
to
what we
this.
need
Imagine
is
a
for
team of
mothers-
this, dude.
What
Imagine
we
a
need is for
team.
mothers
If we had
to
Michael,
start naming their children with
What?
one name. We need mothers to start naming their children one name.
like what?
We need guys like
Pele and
Boricua.
How about the guy whose name is Kaka?
One name guys are always killer.
Kaka.
don't know if I would want Kaka on my team.
It just sucks. There's a guy named Kaka, and then there was a guy in China, a gymnast named Dong Dong. And every time they say his name, everyone would start laughing.
It's hard to take a guy named Dong Dong seriously, and I don't care where you're from.
But just imagine a team of like this team. Russell Westbrook, Kobe Bryant, Michael Vick,
George St. Pierre.
RG3. He's not American. I'm talking about a soccer team.
Well, then fucking Jon Jones. Like a guy that can just do everything.
I'm talking
super
just
athlete.
speed guys.
All right, yeah.
Just imagine a team of speed dudes like that. And that would be our soccer team. We would fuck everybody up. We would fuck everybody up. You know, I bet you if soccer was the #1 sport, LeBron James would be the best at it, but he'd have a different build.
Yeah.
He'd be a lot leaner, but he'd still be that insane athlete. We would crush people.
Well, according to the guy buying cigarettes from every day, that's happening in 8 years.
So once people care more about it, and there's more like money going into it.
Dude, some of these guys get like $60 million. Like they'll make a trade, and they'll be like, "I'm going to give your team $60 million just to trade for him."
Right.
And then we're gonna pay him like $45 million. It's like
they'll pay $50 million trade fee.
NBA, baseball, everything in America that we know about rich athletes and sports is nothing compared to soccer globally.
Not true. Not true. Not true. They do it with baseball. They pay the Japanese team millions of dollars just to be able to.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, that's true, Ari.
God.
Yeah, that is true. And that's the only example that we have of that.
The NBA and the NFL would become real trouble if soccer picks up. And these kids realize they could go to Europe.
I feel like the only one that wouldn't be would be NFL.
No, dude. Once these guys realize they can make gazillions of dollars and not get their craniums fucked.
That's interesting.
Unless there's a Don.
That is interesting. That is a hot topic
Why
right
is the
now.
fucking World Cup only once every 4 years, though?
Because it's
It
so
takes so
mammoth.
long to put together. It's so gigantic.
So even 2 years is too long.
Yeah, look at the
yeah,
Olympics.
man.
They have to be every 4 years. When something involves the world, it's too big.
They've been planning for 4 years, and there's still some stadiums that aren't finished yet, that they're still putting the final touches on getting everything ready.
They're probably going to take the World Cup away from Qatar. Thank God.
Oh, thank you, God.
Dude, you think people are cramping up now? The average temperature this time of year in Qatar is 120 degrees.
It's not bad.
Okay.
That's physically impossible.
I know.
Says the guy
that's
who's
bad.
wearing denim
Yeah.
in the summer.
The Arab of Arabs walked in.
Yeah.
Do you have a special thing for hummus, by the way?
I make the best hummus you'll ever eat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd love to try.
Ask anybody.
I would like to
anybody
try.
who's had it that said that.
Yeah, I take it to when David Taylor used to have all his barbecues.
Yeah.
I'd bring it there, and people would who made this?
I want to taste it.
I would
I'll
like
make it
to
one
too.
day. Yeah.
We would like
it's
to
great.
take your
Weird
hummus
because I've been to
challenge.
multiple of those
What?
barbecues, I've never even heard of it.
What?
That's weird because I've been to many of those barbecues. I've never even heard
And
of
I'm going
it.
to agree with Ari, so have I.
I love when Ari
Well,
gets
it's-
so queeny. Look at him.
I know.
Look how queeny you get. You're just like
I get Queenie on the facts, Sam.
What are you eating? I can see chopsticks in your hand.
And
What
I
are
love
you
that
eating?
you're doing chopsticks just to be authentic, like you're some kind of Chinese resident.
What the fuck? What are you?
I think
He's
that's an
eating
omelet.
noodles. He's
He's
eating
eating an
noodles.
omelet
Yeah.
with
He's eating a
fucking-
breakfast burrito.
I know.
I'm eating, hold on, what am I eating?
It's like in and out. He's got a double-double.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, dude.
Look at this guy. Oh, I'm just born to be in China.
I was just born to be in China.
That stadium is, they just, obviously they got to renovate it and do all the things to have it there. It's the second most expensive stadium, like value-wise and like renovations and like niceness, to Wembley. And then after that is Cowboys.
Okay. Real quick, Ari, did you get the news about Gwynn?
Yeah, I heard. That sucks.
That
doesn't
does,
it
right?
suck,
Tony
man?
Gwynn passes
Everybody
away at
likes Tony
54.
Gwynn.
He played with the Padres for years.
Everybody
One of
liked
the
him. He was
best batters.
chubby.
Is
Is
one of
he
the
white?
best.
He's the black guy that talked like this. I just try to get contact with the ball. That's all I'm trying to do.
So he's the voice of every white guy a black comedian
He's
does.
the Willie Hunter of baseball.
I'm just trying, make contact. That was all I thought. Just make contact, get on bases.
How'd he die?
jaw cancer from chewing tobacco.
There's such thing as jaw cancer.
And apparently it's one of the more brutal ones. Quite a few people have died from it, but it's apparently like extremely brutal because your mandible, your jaw is like a pipeline to your brain.
No.
So it's like it goes from here to there real quick.
Yeah, it's scary. It's really sad, man. 54, dude.
Whoa.
That's 2 years older than me.
Dude, this guy, like, when we were young and Nick was really young, this guy was like the man in baseball.
Oh, he was
He's
absolutely.
sometimes the only reason to go see the San Diego Padres
when
play.
they would come to town, you would go there to just watch him. You know, it's like
He was a lifer too.
What?
He was a lifer Padre, which he got like a guy.
That's
who
true
stayed-
too. I've always respected that. Like a guy that
Started
just
there
plays
and never
their
left.
whole career there
pretty
and
cool.
just got
He was
older
San
and would
Diego
take pay
baseball.
cuts to just stay at home and be a part of that thing. You know, it was
Do
before.
you think that? Do you think we'll ever see one guy stay with one team that long again?
Nope.
Like for 20 years?
I think that is a.
Yeah, no, of course it will.
Nah,
Because here's the deal. Let's say you got a rookie contract.
it's
3
not
years.
commonplace.
No, but you'll see it.
Yeah. Jeter.
Like a
I mean, if
Steve
30
Kerr
teams have a
kind of
chance to
guy.
sign
Not like
your
a
own team is
Jordan guy.
30.
Not like a guy that's the franchise.
Jordan left.
Yeah. Kinda.
Do you see Kobe leaving?
No, not really.
I agree with you, Ari.
Do you think Kobe? Okay. You argued to agree with him. I like that.
No.
You really argued, and then at one point you just went
No, but
France
I'm
and surrendered.
But his last
I
year or
presented
two,
my
it didn't
case,
matter.
and
That
he
didn't
listened to-
matter.
Listen to the reason.
He's a Bulls lifer to me. Those last 18 months with the
Well, two of my favorite players of all time, the only way I got to see them was when they went to another team. Patrick Ewing, the Supersonics, and Michael Jordan on the Wizards.
Now, did you?
And can you believe he fouled out of that game? Some ref
Let me ask you this.
fucking called a 6 foul on Michael Jordan on his farewell tour.
You stupid, ignorant son of a bitch, dumb bastard!
Thank you.
Let me ask you
that's
this question
funny.
because both those guys you're huge fans of.
Yes.
Jordan and especially Patrick Ewing
Patrick
is
Ewing's
your
probably my number
all-time.
one guy.
Yeah, I agree. That's your favorite.
Fuck Patrick Ewing.
When
Okay. I'm
here
sure
it goes,
a lot of
here it
people
goes.
have.
When you went to go see them, so you
Why him?
for a decade, you Georgetown fan and all
Yeah,
this kind of
that's
stuff.
why.
You loved them in college.
Okay.
When you're a fan of them through college, and then their whole pro career with a certain team, you know, Jordan with the Bulls in North Carolina, and then Georgetown, and then the Knicks. But then later on in your life, as a fan of theirs, you get to see them wearing a different jersey in the twilight of their career. Was it not as magical to you?
Seeing him as a supersonic? No,
Yes.
it wasn't as magical.
Jordan as
but
a Wizard, were you just kind of like, there he is, I guess,
No,
kind of?
nah. I'm like, there's certain people I'm like, I gotta see this guy play before he does.
Okay.
It's just cool to see it in
I saw
person.
Jordan play in his prime many times.
So did I. I tried to open his car door
Like,
once.
it's not only do you get Queenie, but you gotta lean into the camera.
I'll tell you this.
See
I'll
that?
tell you a fun story about Patrick Ewing and the Supersonics.
Okay.
We're at a game. He was playing scrub minutes. Might have been Orlando too. Scrub minutes. Whatever. Went down the lane. Got the ball. At the
Yeah,
top
you've
of the
told
key,
this
took one
story.
dribble.
Retire.
I'd like to hear it.
Yeah, we've heard it. We don't want to hear it again.
I've never heard it, but
Okay?
I also don't want to hear
Thank
it.
you. We've heard it. Retire. We don't need to hear
I'll
it.
take it. I'll accept that.
I hear
I'll
this
accept
story
that.
as much as I hear Jayson Thibault do the joke about fucking Ronda
Like to be
Rousey
called-
taking your back.
Like to
and
be called the N-bomb in bed?
Yeah.
That joke?
Yeah. Okay, we don't need to make fun of Patrick Ewing in his last couple days.
Fuck Patrick Ewing. He was the whole reason they locked out. They locked out so he could protect his own balloon payments.
Why you gotta be balloon, dude? Huh? Well,
I thought he said baboon payments.
We're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss you so long. Hey, so is he online? Is he calling in? Brett from DSI is supposed to call. BetDSi is supposed to call in. Is he online yet? Do we got him? Okay,
Hang on
he's
one
calling
second.
in. Hopefully, he's supposed
Hey,
to call
let's
in.
talk a little bit about basketball too.
Yeah, we'll talk that after we're done talking to Brett. We'll talk some basketball with this guy. We'll talk basketball. We'll talk UFC. Is he online? Angela? Hello? 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 Brett, are you there?
Real professional, you guys.
We're working on it, fuckwad. You just keep
you go back to
banging
China and eat
Asian
your fucking
whores.
noodles.
You keep
dipshit.
eating In and Out in China, idiot.
All right, Brett, you on the line?
Yep.
Hey, okay, we're Brett. Thanks for coming. This is Brett. He's the headlines manager at BetDSi. He's our new partner here on Punch Drunk. Dude, thanks for calling in.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it, Sam.
Very excited about it. I've seen your website. I've gone through it. It's a very it's a sweet-looking website, and it's a lot of fun. We're very excited that you guys have come to partner with Punch Drunk because we know our listeners like to put some money on some games and stuff like that. What's BetDSi doing better or different than everybody else?
Well, I think one of our strengths is, I mean, obviously the first and foremost is, anytime someone wants to, get into the sports gambling, you want to make sure you're getting paid, and we've been paying people for forever. And the other side of that, I mean, we've got just a really good product offering. We've got just about everything you can think of offering. World Cup is on right now, and we've just got, I mean, the number of props we offer right now is just, it's even for me, it's just mind-boggling keeping track of all this stuff. So we basically are very stable. We've been around for a long time, proving our reputation. We've got a lot of options in terms of getting money in and out. We offer some really good promotions, like we have one running with Punch Drunk right now. Customer service is great, and it's good too to have like a different place to look at lines. I mean, you see people who have basically a line where they're copying the offshore, and everyone's running the same line. We're going to move our line based on our actions. So sometimes you're going to have quite a bit of a different price, and sometimes that could be the difference between winning a bet and losing a bet, or losing a bet and pushing a bet, So having a different place to shop certainly helps. And, we've got casino, we have horses.
Yeah,
and
you guys got everything. You got everything. You guys, any kind of betting you want to do, you just got to go to betdsi.com or betdsi.eu, and it's available.
That's correct.
.eu, and it's available right to you. Now, when we first started talking, you guys told me that the way you guys think it works best is a long plan of betting. Basically, almost like running a season, would you say, where it's like you plan it over the long run instead of just get in and out?
In terms of being a player, you're talking about, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, especially when people, throw their money down in the first place in terms of running your bankroll, you've got to have some sort of management style if you're going to be in it for the long haul. I mean, everyone's playing baseball right now, of course, but everyone else is going to be playing the World Cup, and they're going to be playing football and stuff like that. So depending on what you send, you want to manage your money accordingly, of course. And there's people who sometimes don't want to take advantage of some of the promotions because they want to get their money in and out. But it's like there's a good chance that they're going to find some value somewhere or something they're interested in playing in. So basically, you're better off just leaving your money in, taking advantage of the bonus like we have right now. I don't know if you want to touch on the bonus now.
Yeah. I want to get into that. You guys, you guys have been very cool. You set up a new promotion, and the promotion code is Punch Drunk. And what basically can you get with that?
With that, we're basically giving a free $10 bet to anyone who opens up an account, basically to test drive BetDSi.eu. It's like a free play coupon. It requires a 3-time rollover. Now that means you basically have to put that $10 in action in terms of wagering it at least.
Oh yeah, you can't pull it out like a scumbag.
Well, yeah, exactly. And we do have a max of a $200 cash out. That's the max you can pull out of that. But again, for $10, it's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's
10
a good
fake
idea
dollars.
for people to get in and see what's out there and see what we offer.
Yeah, that's awesome. So they go in, they put in the Punch Drunk code, they get $10, and if they roll it over 3 times, they can max out at $200. That's awesome.
Yeah, just for signing up, create an account.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, where are you getting your action right now in terms of sports? Now, are you getting a lot of World Cup play, a lot of UFC, baseball? Where's all the action going?
Yeah. Well, I mean, see, baseball, because it's basically, the season lasts forever, so we get a ton of action all
I mean,
long.
early on in baseball, you got to play. Gambling's the only way I could pay attention to baseball in the first, 40 games. I have to have money on these teams in order for me to really get behind baseball. Baseball is great towards the end, but I think if you go to betdsi.eu, start playing some games, that's where baseball gets interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit, something like playoff basketball and playoff hockey is just fantastic, just in terms of the action. You don't necessarily need to have a wager on it to make it more interesting. Now, in terms of having a rooting interest, sure, it's a lot more fun when you have a couple bucks on the game.
Of course.
And baseball is very much that way. But you've also got the real sharp guys, Sam, who will take a look at these games in terms of baseball, whatever it is, and they'll just find value in one side or another. They'll find teams that are just, generally overvalued, just take the LA teams, for example, generally overvalued because of the market. New New York teams the same. Well, you get teams that are kind of like popular and ones that are not so popular. Like a lot of the sharp guys will find value in a baseball team like, say, Miami this year. They're just a couple games over 500, which is phenomenal for them. So there's a lot of value to be found out there in terms of all the sports that we offer, all the props we offer. There's definitely stuff where you can make a little bit of money as well as have some fun, Sam.
What's the smart play? Is there any real for our listeners on Punch Drunk? If you had to give a little inside secret, what do you think what's the best play out there in terms of making a bet right now? Where do you see your investors, your bettors making more money at?
As a general thing, I would say the underdogs at home in baseball are definitely value. I mean, home teams generally do better in terms of the road teams. That's just an obvious thing. I'm not giving any secrets there. So anytime you get two evenly matched teams where you're getting some value with the home team, it's probably not a bad bet. I mean, classic example would just say San Diego at Seattle tonight in baseball. You've got San Diego on the road as like a minus 119 favorite. So you bet on Seattle, you're getting plus 109, which means if you were to risk $100, your profit if Seattle wins would be 109. Now those two teams are playing fairly decent. They're quite evenly matched. Obviously, the pitchers factor into the line right now, but still, home team generally has the edge. And if you can get some value with that in terms of them getting plus money, you're usually doing all right there.
All right, we're talking to Brett, the headlines manager at BetDSi, new partner here at Punch Drunk Sports. So baseball's good. What about UFC? Let's talk a little Chael Sonnen, some steroids. What's your whole take on that whole thing?
It's interesting. I mean, the whole steroids thing in the UFC, and if you want to cover boxing as well, is I don't know. It's interesting because just to give you a little background from the way it's been explained to me is these guys can actually take steroids first, which naturally lowers your own body's production of testosterone. So you take steroids and then go to your doctor, and your doctor says, wow, your body has low levels of natural testosterone. You better take steroids, and you get a prescription for it. So there's ways around where guys are kind of beating the system in terms of getting a prescription to go on them. And now the case with Sonnen that just came up is he basically tested positive, and he was told he's got to get off them. Now, to get off them properly, there are, there's a post-therapy or something like that they have to do to get off properly so their body starts producing its own testosterone. So what he tested for was the stuff that he's actually supposed to take to get off it. So it's just a bit of a
that's so
mess.
interesting. I never even knew that. That's so
Sonnen
interesting.
says that he's retired, but I don't know. I think he'll be back. But
he's too good of a promoter. He's just too good of a promoter. They need people. The UFC needs people to get interested. Real quick on the UFC, and then I want to get in the World Cup. Is there a good bet out there? You just said baseball, home team, underdog. Those are good bets. In UFC, are there any good bets out there?
Yeah, I think UFC, you're always looking at value betting underdogs, and again, it's just the nature of the sport in terms of you can get lucky with a submission, you can get guys who can hit as hard as these guys do, and they're not wearing big heavy boxing gloves.
4 ounces.
One punch sometimes is all it really takes. So you see a lot of dangerous strikers out there in UFC, and a lot of big dogs who come in on a regular basis. Now, again, you see some lines out there where you're, a minus 400 favorite, stuff like that, minus 500. You always got to stay away from stuff like that. If you can find small favorites and have an edge, you can do pretty good in UFC. And we definitely have customers who basically bet fight sports and only fight sports and do really well at it, Sam.
That's awesome, man. I'm very excited about getting into this whole. We're talking to Brett, the headlinesman manager at BetDSi. Now let's get into what everybody's excited about, World Cup. How is the action on the World Cup going? Yes, the kids are excited.
The action's been really good. The results, not so good.
Really? Why?
Favorites. The favorites in the over have been really bad. And that's just like a general thing. Again, I talked about how you can find a lot of value betting the underdogs. People just don't expect these teams to win. What they do expect is the favorites to win. And when they're betting the favorites, they're usually betting the overs to go with it. And I mean, betting an under in any sport is pretty kind of boring sound. It's like you're basically betting for something to not happen.
Yeah, a miracle.
That's just not a whole lot of fun. So no, we get a lot of.
It's like when you play craps and the guy bets against the roller. I can't stand that dude.
Yeah, it's like when you bet a tie in soccer. Basically, you're betting and hoping that nothing really good happens. Who wants that?
Yeah, what an asshole.
So Yeah, it's like people just don't bet that a whole lot. They want to bet it over because they want to see goals. They want to see action. I mean, you take a look at, I guess it was Sunday, for example. I mean, we had 3 games on Sunday. Every game ended in 3 goals. Usually a soccer total in World Cup, you're talking 2.5 goals is usually the number that we put up. So you bet over 2.5 goals or under 2.5 goals. Every one of these games went over, and it's been like that this tournament so far. It's been rough. So we've kind of adjusted our lines. We're paying a little bit more juice to the over if you want to bet the over, but they keep on cashing, and that's not been good for us, Sam.
Yeah, you guys are paying out, but we like that. We hope our listeners can really make some cash on this. So again, let's get into this, and then real quick, you give maybe a cool pick for our listeners in the World Cup. But you go to BetDSi. BetDSi.eu or .com will take you to EU. You put in the code PUNCHDRUNK and just let the miracle start happen. You get $10 free. Then you got to bet. You have 3 times rollover for a cash out of $200 max. Very exciting. Really quick, before we wrap it up, any sweet bet you might want to give our listeners?
Well, in terms of the World Cup and what I've seen sharp money coming in, there's two teams in particular are Belgium and Germany. Now Germany, they played really well on Monday. They won. They're looking really strong. A team like Germany, they're just like always really good.
They're just machines, those guys.
Yeah, and it's just like, I mean, they crushed Portugal on Monday 4-0.
Unbelievable.
And they look really strong. And Belgium's another team who a lot of sharps got behind early. And Colombia is another team. I see the sharp guys are kind of favoring the teams that are the Latin American teams, the Central American teams. Teams like Colombia and stuff like that, Chile, Ecuador. And I think that has to do with the location in Brazil. You've got some of these European teams traveling over Brazil with the altitude, the heat like that. So it's a bit of adjustment for them. But a team like, like I said, like Brazil or Colombia, they're kind of basically at home. They're kind of comfortable in that environment, Sam.
So those are great bets, man. Thank you, Brett, so much for calling in. I'm looking forward to doing this every week. We're going to really start helping our listeners make some money. Again, thanks, Brett, from BetDSi.eu. Guys, go check it out. Go to the website. Use the code PUNCHDRUNK and make some money, guys. And if you have a problem with gambling, go to gamblersanonymous.org. Get some help. Brent, hope everything's well. Talk to you next week, buddy.
Been a pleasure, Sam.
Take care, my friend. Yeah.
Guess who's back?
BetDSi. Check them out, man. Take care of them, dude. Their website's great. You can do everything you want on betdsi.eu or .com. They have online casinos. They got your spreads for your betting. If you're going to bet,
play poker, play blackjack, bet on sports, bet on the UFC, throw some money down.
You can bet on anything, dude. And like he said, underdogs, man. That's where you make your money, is the underdog. In the long terms, roll them over.
Yep.
So check it out. That's betdsi.eu, promo code PUNCHDRUNK.
And they're going to start calling in and telling us, like, what are the good bets of the week? What are the bad bets of the week? And start giving us a little insight. Let you guys make a little money off of this, because God knows we don't.
Cheddar. What do you mean you don't?
Now you can be a fan of this show and get paid to watch the show. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
We should let Gabe make picks and see how bad he actually would be.
Can we? Yeah, we should let him set up a fake money fund.
Who's that?
You. And just see how much money you can lose.
No, my gambling is strictly blackjack. My only concern with gambling, I don't bet sports. I have a very specific thing that I'm obsessed with, which is exclusively blackjack. Exclusively blackjack. That's all I care about with gambling. That's my only thing where I'm like, man, I love to do this. You know what? I don't. When I bet on sports, I get too much anxiety. You know what I mean?
Like poker and those things.
I can't play poker. Ari's a big poker guy. Ari loves poker. I'm terrible at poker.
Because you have patience?
I don't have. I just don't understand the minutia of it.
Yeah, that's
like I do with blackjack. With blackjack, I read a book about it. We're gonna do a podcast about my whole system.
Yeah,
I love that you have a system.
I'm 9 for 10 on my system.
What do you mean by that? Was 9 for 10?
He's
You won
he
9
loses
hands
9.
Came back with more money than I went there with. Came back with more money than I went there with. And I'm not talking about like I went there with $8 and I came back with $1 million. I'm talking about like I went there and I'm like, I'm going to gamble $200.
Yes.
And I gambled all weekend long and I came back with $380, and that includes drinks and food and every fucking thing there was. I came back up.
Drinks are free.
What's that?
Drinks are free at the table.
Yeah, but you're tipping and you're buying cigarettes and you're going out to eat. And I'm talking about all of that shit. I'm talking about
the whole trip will be paid for.
the
Plus you come back
$450 I would have spent to go there is covered. I went there with $200 to gamble, and I came back up with with
So you
380, so 180. So I made more than that.
She made almost 600.
If you play right
That's
and if you play by my
That's pretty
system.
good.
We'll
Play by my
see.
system.
I have faith in you, Teebs. I love it.
Yeah, I want to learn about
First time
this.
you've
Real
ever
quick.
said that.
I've always had faith in you. Shut up.
I love that.
Hey.
You are the only one. I will say that.
Hey, Ari, did you watch the NBA Finals?
No.
They don't have them over there?
Neither did America.
It did, but it's 8 a.m.
Why did it not do the ratings not do well?
Terrible.
Really?
Yeah. Hockey, actually, I think hockey did a little bit better.
Let me tell you
Nobody
something
wants
about
to win,
basketball.
And when they were losing, people were like, okay, well, I'm not really excited about the Spurs winning.
But
I
it's
just
also
wanted the
two
Knicks to keep
teams
not
that
to win.
everybody does not like unless you're a San Antonio fan or a Miami fan.
I disagree with that.
Texas and
I disagree
Florida.
with
Those are
that.
two teams that everybody
Miami
hates.
is a huge. The Miami versus Oklahoma City was 3 years ago.
Sure.
Was the highest rating since Michael Jordan took on
Yeah, but
Magic
now
Johnson.
Miami's boring. Now
How many
Miami's
people?
Like, yeah, we
but
get it. He
name me
made it
another
easy.
team that, other than the Lakers, probably, who has more haters than the Heat.
But haters will watch. Haters will hate and watch.
No, but they're bored with the Heat
They'll
now. They're not
hate
haters
watch.
of the Heat now. Now they're
They'll
like,
hate
whatever, we
watch.
care about you're annoying.
I think the problem I think the NBA's got a big problem that this playoffs more than any playoffs I've ever seen before in any sport. It was so obvious when the refs were trying to
I knew you were
manipulate the
gonna
game.
say that.
Especially with the Clippers.
But
I knew you were going to say that.
I mean, it was obvious where they want games to go 7 games, where they wanted one team out. I mean, it was blatantly obvious.
Why would the NBA not want the Clippers out? Why would they not? Why would the NBA have any vested interest in Donald Sterling getting a ring on his fat finger?
Yeah.
Why?
So they made Chris Paul turn that ball over?
No, but they call
I'll
it
tell
really
you what the
shitty
theory is. I'll tell you my theory, dude.
Shitty calls, bro.
I'll tell you my theory, Ari. If it's a blowout game, they can't do anything.
Yes.
If it's close, they keep calling calls that way, dude.
And by close, you mean 11 points with 3 minutes left.
Yeah. There was a point where we were coming back on OKC, and they just called some ridiculous T. That's 4 fucking... By the way, same thing happened last night where the black refs blatantly love the open Michael Jordans.
Thank you. You know why? I'll tell you why.
guys are saying
because
black.
I went to the fucking trenches of Uganda. I was the person. I was the anti-Donald Sterling, and that was the whitest league that there was, sans Willie Hunter. And I got so many black people on my team that Matt knows.
Okay, thank God. I thought he did.
Matt knows said to me, "You have to start sending me flyers."
Ari, don't do it.
Ari,
He's going to do
Don't
it.
do it, Ari. We don't need it.
Ari,
we
let
don't
me
need
see.
your asshole to be a regular
I just want
on
to see
this
his
show.
underwear. I just want to see his underwear.
No.
Ari, let me see your underwear.
No.
That's his finger.
Yeah, that's his underwear.
That's his finger.
Thank God. Oh.
Piece of shit.
Matt knows said to me, "You have to start sending me flyers of your players to prove that they do comedy because everyone in the league is so mad that you have so many black people on the open Michael Jordans."
Yeah.
Well, that was because of Glassman fucking just... He started an arms race.
Yeah.
He went and got that one kid who beat us in the final shot last year in the championship who
So wait. So you guys knocked my old team out
Yeah, of the playoffs.
of the playoffs. So who's all left?
Glassman's, and 2 weeks ago we beat the corporate sellouts, which
Yep.
is the all-industry team.
Industry
they were
team.
undefeated up until that moment.
Oh.
Really?
Yep. We beat them.
Do you feel like if you beat the industry team as a team of all comics, you might hurt your career?
Yeah.
No way.
No, I mean, not
said
really.
the guy with a Comedy Central TV show.
But let's stay on the
That's what I'm saying.
NBA.
You don't have a career. What are you going to hurt?
Let's stay on the
He
NBA.
would play on that team now.
Dwayne Wade is done. I mean, I was watching that game, dude. Normally,
Hasn't he been though?
No, but this
He's
year
huge
was
in
the first
China.
time it was
The ads
horrible.
he's doing all over China. He's massive here.
I'm sure he's got like Lei Ling shoes and shit.
All right, let me ask you this: like, could you go around? I see your Instagram and stuff like that. As you go around China, you get all those like corporate. I don't want to say corporate sellouts, but those athletes and those actors that do just like a watch thing, and they go, "Here's $5 million," and you just get your face on a bus, and no one in America thinks you're a sellout.
Yeah.
Who are the biggest ones out there that you see just everywhere?
So Avril Lavigne, I see Dwayne Wade more than LeBron. I see Dwayne Wade.
Okay. Needs some money more.
Who else do I see? That's about it, maybe.
What about actors? What about actors?
Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's one you would not think.
By the way, that theory you have about not being sold out only applies to white people. Black people can sponsor everything till the cows come home. Nobody cares. They get they don't lose any street credibility.
I think you're right.
I can see it. You know what?
Crazy.
That's a great point. That's actually great
The
point.
idea is that the white people already come from some privilege, so it's like, why do you want more? Why do you want more?
That has nothing to do. That's crazy.
No.
I disagree with that. That's so funny. It's like, but they're from a poverty. No, that has nothing to do with it. It just, for some reason, when white people see a white guy hawking something, he loses street cred. I don't know what it is.
No, it's only if they hawk something that's not cool. Like when Brad Pitt did those Heineken ads in the Super Bowl. Remember that when he's like driving through the streets of Monaco or something?
Yeah,
those were cool. He didn't lose any street cred because it was a cool ad.
Yeah,
but
Beyonce.
But when fucking George Costanza does those KFC commercials, people are like, "Oh, you're done."
Yeah.
You know what? But doesn't George Costanza look like he loves KFC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he's the body type of KFC to me.
I don't know why.
Yeah, but they were just too. They were just too unfunny.
Well, people
Black
gave George
people
Clooney shit for hawking cool stuff.
What?
People give George Clooney shit for
100%.
hawking
They
cool
give him
stuff.
shit.
100%.
But yet Beyonce literally endorses everything.
Yeah, Pepsi, like all this garbage.
Dude, and I got in an argument on this other podcast. Jay-Z, and this is the ultimate sellout to me, named one of his songs after a sponsor. I think that's just too far. I mean, like,
Wow.
I just feel like it should. I mean, if they take your song and use it on a commercial, that's fine. I mean, make that money. But to name a song and then pass it off as art is horrible, in my opinion. I'm just old school on that. Like young kids, and I know you're younger, but you're not young like the 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
I don't know if they think there's such thing as a sellout.
You're young enough to beat Ari in basketball.
Oh yeah, I mean most people are.
I didn't have breakfast. If I had come from
You also didn't have.
You didn't have breakfast. I watched all 4.5 hours of that one-on-one game, and it's breakfast.
Breakfast doesn't change your genetics, Ari.
My stamina.
Stupid.
I had 10-7.
It was 2-1, and you were on your hands and knees.
I know.
Like a fucking.
Okay, it was 2-1. I was on my hands and knees, and I still was up 10-7, even when I was on my hands and knees at 2-1.
Yeah, but
because you would check the ball in and chuck a 3-pointer out, and it would just
But
go
then
in.
what happened after 10-7? I scored the next 6 points.
Yeah.
You didn't score a single
you're
thing
not
after
right.
those
No,
lucky
you're not great at math.
2-pointers.
No, you're not great at math. You're not great at
Or
math.
whatever,
5
however many
Also,
points
because
it was.
I
5
had no
points.
energy. I didn't breakfast.
Oh, don't give Ari a math boner.
know,
This
I
guy
know.
loves the fucking math boners.
Ari, why do you love math boners so much?
Dude, so now that we're talking about this, let's talk about it. You guys are playing one-on-one. Sam's stipulation was we got to play indoors, and you said that's fine.
Yeah, wherever, dude.
Because what Sam says it best.
Yeah.
I don't play outside, dog.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
We could play on a hockey rink if you want.
So, yeah, Nick's willing to play on ice.
You should do that, Sam.
Yeah.
That's your chance. You should play in a hockey rink.
That would
Instead
be
of a basketball court.
That would be interesting.
Great havoc.
If anybody could work that to his advantage, it'd be Tripoli.
Thank you.
So you guys are playing each other. Same rules. One-on-one. playing to 11, got to win by 2, textbook rules.
Well, there'll be different rules than Ari because we'll actually have a referee, as where Ari fought against it so he could make up his own rules.
I'm fine with a ref.
If I was Sam, I would not want a ref.
No, I do want ref because I don't think he knows how to play defense. I think he knows, hey, I'm just going to body up on you all day.
No, I only did that with Ari because he was fouling me, so I'm like, oh, well, fucking my turn. Now I'm going to foul you. Because no one's going to call it. He didn't call any of it.
Who's going to be the ref?
You were fouling me at 24 feet out. I would check it up the ball, and then you would start slapping me. I'm like, what are we going to do? Recheck up the ball up?
What do you mean slapping? I was reaching.
Who would we like to get to ref? Can we get
I think Morrissey
Paul Morrissey is going to be a great ref.
Maybe we'll have 2 refs. Paul Morrissey.
You know what you need? Here's what you need, Sam. Here's what you need. You need to have, if he fouls you and goes in the bonus, you get foul shots.
I'm down with that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm totally down with that.
I mean, that's not really the rules of street ball, but the way Nick Youssef was playing was so fucking annoying.
I know how people don't play basketball.
Like the way you were playing. I had a bruised fucking rib for 3 weeks.
I was there. I called the whole game. I saw it.
And also, he kneed me in the thigh early on. I couldn't fucking move it.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it's because you didn't have a breakfast
bruise the next 3 weeks after that.
So, Ari, since you and I are the 2 non-participants in this, and we saw what the bet was, and God bless you for this.
Real quick. Have you watched Whitney yet?
No.
Still.
Wait, how old is this bet?
Don't worry about it.
That happened like a year ago.
I have 1 season left to go. I no longer, my computer shit the bed. I no longer have a computer, so I have to figure out a way to fucking watch it.
Come over my house.
Put it on
probably
DVD.
on Netflix.
How hard is it?
It's not on Netflix.
It's probably on Hulu.
It's not on Hulu.
It's on Pirate Bay.
Was it that bad?
Well, it's got to be on something like that. It's got to be on something.
It's on the internet somewhere.
On Roku, it's $2.99 an episode, and I'm like, I'll quit the podcast before I throw fucking $75 at Whitney Cummings.
We also have an inside track. You could also ask any of the 2 stars of Whitney if they could loan you the fucking shit.
I doubt that. I doubt that.
I mean, we know 2 people that were the stars of the show.
I doubt that. And while we're doing that, Sam, did you say I love Blackhawk 5 times?
Yes.
Did you tweet a picture of you wearing your dick? Ari, do you believe that?
No, I do not.
Ari, I did do it. I love you and this fucking shifting blame.
I'm not shifting blame.
You have deliberately not paid off that bet.
Nobody.
Yeah. Everybody did. The fucking guy sent it to me. I showed you the picture.
Did you tweet it?
Yeah.
Then why do you have to have a guy send you the picture? Why can't you just go, here's my tweet?
Because I put it out and he
Why
goes,
did nobody retweet it?
Because
if I just say anything on this show, everybody retweets everything we do.
They did, asshole.
Then show it to any of us.
Is it still on Twitter?
He goes to me, dude, you didn't have to tweet it. Those were his exact words, so I took it down.
But nobody retweeted it.
Because I put it up and he goes,
The bet was you got to tweet it. So why would he say you don't have to tweet it?
The bet was I got to take a picture and I sent it to him. Then I tweeted it and he goes, you don't have to tweet it.
The bet was you have to tweet it.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't the bet.
That was the bet.
The bet was I had to take a picture. And I did it, T-Bone.
What's Ari saying?
What are you saying, Ari?
The guy told me I didn't have to get my nipple pierced. He goes, oh, you didn't have to do that. But I fucking made a bet, so I fucking paid up.
Yeah, I did. I paid up. He's shifting focus.
Like, I'm not shifting focus. I'm not shifting focus. I was talking about your basketball bet, and you shifted focus.
Because you still haven't paid it off.
I have 12 episodes of Whitney to watch.
Wait, was the bet you had to watch them all in a row?
I had to watch season 1 one day, season 2 the next day.
The next consecutive day, like in sequential order of days?
Yeah. In 2 days, you had to watch 2 seasons of Whitney.
Okay.
That's what the bet is. That's
you
what the bet
only did
is.
one of the days.
I watched one whole season. The second season, I couldn't get anywhere.
Oh.
That wasn't
okay, well, I'll tell you
where you had
what
to pay.
The bet was you had to watch it in 2 days, then the bet still you have to watch it in 2 days.
And I already said that I would do that. I already said I'll rewatch 1 and then rewatch 2. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that.
Sam, you still
why you get that nose back, bro? Back the nose up.
You look like an evil mastermind.
So close.
Let's go to a call real quick. Death Squad.
What kind of window is that? What kind of window is that?
Ari uses Skype like people use Shazam.
You got a garage door for a window.
Put it near a speaker to get it to work better. Oh no.
Yep.
Oh, put that fat gross.
No. Let's get it all going, bro.
Ew, look at that.
God, doesn't he look like the substitute teacher that when you walk into your class and you see Mr. Johnson's gone, you're like, yeah, this fucking asshole's here. He lets us do everything.
How white. You look like you've been dead for like 2 weeks.
So much color right now.
Death Squad AZ, what's up, kid?
This is called a Chinese bikini. They walk around like this all the time.
How are you, bro?
All the men walk around like this.
Really?
Where, in China?
Yeah, they just tuck it in like this, and they just.
Ari, what is it? What is it with the way everybody sits on the ground like that? Did you notice that too?
Asians squat like that. It's weird.
Like this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he's like everywhere you go, people just sit like
That's
that.
what it was
they
like
sit on their heels.
in high school. There were
That's
like a lot
in
of
San Diego.
a lot of Korean kids in school, and that's how they'd smoke.
They shit like this.
Oh yeah, I saw your picture about some hotel where there's just a hole in the ground.
That's supposed to be better for you.
The Imperial Palace. I went to the fucking forbidden city where the emperor used to live, and I got diarrhea, and I ran to the bathroom, and that's all they had, and I was like, fuck.
Story went a lot. So all right, let's write it out. How did that unfold?
I said, no, I'm not going to do it. And I turned back and walked away. I got to the end of the bathroom, and I was like, oh, this is happening. And I had to go back. I had to figure out how to do it. It was like I was potty training all over again.
You had to figure out how to shit in a hole?
Did you just shit all over your feet?
Oh, yeah, because how do you get the pants out?
Exactly. How do you get the pants
did
out
anyone
of the
take
way?
a picture of you shitting going, stupid American, don't know how to shit in hole?
I mean, when you
No,
have
I closed the door.
when you have like diarrhea too, won't the shit get on the on the
That's what I'm
ground or
saying,
your
yeah,
pants or
like
your
just-
shoes? That seems really
Or your
unsanitary.
No, it gets in the ground. There's a hole in the ground. So it gets in the hole in the ground.
But how big is the hole? Doesn't shit ever get on the outside of the hole?
About this wide. This is my face. About this wide and about that long.
Well, in the same way when people piss standing up, shit gets on the rim.
Also curious to know why Ari knows that his face is the perfect size for that hole.
All right. How many of your noses deep is the hole?
One. It's 11 inches deep.
Death Squad AZ, what's up? How is your wife's tits?
She's good, man. They're great.
Will she ever come on so we can talk about how much we love her tits?
Good question.
Who is this person?
Yeah, she was, actually.
Regular caller calls in all the time, big Death Squad fan, big Punch Drunk fan, and wife has amazing tits, and he's tweeted them at us a few times.
No way. Wow.
Actually, I got a couple questions for you guys.
Sure.
First, I wanted to see, has anybody told Sam he looks like the Armenian Billy Mays?
Who's that?
The OxyClean guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
And then, what do you guys think about UFC putting 2 events on again at the same day, same night?
Let's get in the UFC. I think the UFC is
what are they doing?
deep
What are they
shit.
doing? They're doing 2 events in one day.
Yeah, they're doing a pay-per-view event and then like a Fox 1 event or something like that. Or is it the
they're doing
online one?
A fight night and then a Fox one.
A Fox night, a fight night and a Fox one.
And this is the second time they've done this already.
And they're doing and that's not including the Fight Pass, which they do that as well too. Like they'll have Fight Pass and another one where you're like, it's oversaturated. And I know Sam's eating right now, and we've talked about this before, and Sam agrees with me. It's too much, man. It used to matter so much when there was like one big event a month, and you would like wait all month for it. And now it's like getting to the point where I'm like, oh shit, there's a UFC tonight. I didn't even,
Yeah.
It's oversaturated, man.
Do you remember the
How many
days
do
when
they have
they had
now?
the billboard up on the Hyatt and it was like Tito Ortiz versus Randy Couture, and you're like, wow, that's a big thing. And they had it up there for like a month and a half.
What they're losing is that, Ari. What they're losing is that fucking anticipation, because now I'm like, if I miss this one, I'll catch the free one. I think they're going to really start hurting their pay-per-view numbers with all the free things.
Dude, that last
Yeah, but I think
pay-per-view
overall they make
hurt
money.
the brand. In my opinion, the last pay-per-view hurt the brand. The
Saturday
fights
night?
weren't good, and that should not have been a pay-per-view fight.
That Orlovsky fight was a snooze.
Orlovsky.
That the flyweight fight sucked too, man. Those lighter weights, you don't see very many knockouts, and that's what people want in the main event, you know?
I mean, I'll tell you, I like the smaller ones because they just throw leather, dude.
Yeah,
They throw.
They stand in the alley.
Same thing with women fight. They throw.
Sam and I have talked about this, like, off the podcast. We've talked about this a lot. And, what I think is, like, if you're going to do that, then fine. Then go all these free events, and if you win the free event, then you get to fight for a title. But if this is gonna be your business model, and you want me to pay fucking $70 for a fucking pay-per-view, there better be 3 titles on the line.
No, there's better be some great fights.
At least 2 titles on the line. Like, you gotta make it matter, man.
Yeah,
For my money, it's gotta matter. If your competition is your own brand for free, if you want me to pay, what I pay for better fucking count.
By the way, you paying for shit is you sucking dick, by the way. That was just your whole...
If you want me to pay with that sweet milk in my throat...
I think the UFC is saturating the market so Bellator doesn't get any footing, but I think it's blowing up in their faces.
Yeah, I agree.
What we're seeing right now is the first UFC growth pains.
That's a good way of saying that.
Plateaued.
We've been saying this same thing for about 3 years now.
It's worse now, though, brother.
It's bad now, dude.
All right, there is a UFC every weekend, if not more.
Really?
5 to 6 a month. 2 of them cost $60.
Yeah, you know what? It gets to a point where people are like, "You watching the UFC this week?" I'm like, "Oh, what? Who's this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And 2 years ago, it's like, are you watching? If someone says, "Are you watching the UFC this week?" It sparks a conversation where you talk about 6 fights. And now, when Gabe comes up to me at the Comedy Store and he goes, "Are you going to watch the fights at Sammy's?" Yeah. I'm like, "Is there a fight tomorrow? Who's fighting?" I don't even know that.
Armenian Frankenstein.
He really is. He really is.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ari?
I mean, it's a lot. It's tough for me to keep up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, but it's like I think overall they probably do a lot better money wise. It's like maybe it goes down per pay per view.
I'm sure that bottom line is great. I'm sure they're not hurting for money with doing this.
Anymore.
But it's like to the real fan.
It's more difficult to be a hardcore fan. It's more difficult to be like a top shelf fan.
And that's a good argument. That's what I'm going to say is like, who is paying for this are the diehard fans like the 3 of us that have loved the UFC for a decade or longer.
Yeah.
And who they're not catering to the real diehard fans. What they're catering to is the girlfriends of ours, the people that want to see Ronda Rousey, the people that want the household names. They're catering to the more pop culture versus the diehard people that are like, I want to see a great event and I'm willing to pay money for it.
Did we lose Death Squad AZ? He hung up on us?
Fuck him.
Okay.
I mean, he asked a legitimate question.
All we want to do is see your wife's milkers, and you got to hang up on us?
Yeah, are they great? What's the deal?
They're phenomenal.
They're
pretty goddamn
Where
good.
can I see them? You have a picture?
They're huge. Oh. Hey, Death Squad AZ, tweet a picture of your wife's tits.
Again.
Jesus.
For the 9th week in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be the first week for me, though.
Right. Nick's never seen them.
Do you like getting girls to send you naked pictures, even if you've already had naked pictures of them? Do you like getting like, new naked pictures from them?
Dude, my sex drive is down right now.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I don't have any desire to do anything. I just like to sleep now. It's probably because I'm getting old and dying.
All right, do you feel your sex drive dying, diminishing, or
maintaining?
It's pretty maintained. I did start doing it with a pregnant girl.
When'd you do it with a pregnant chick?
A few times in New York.
Wait, how?
That's great.
How
Yeah, stop it.
How
we gotta
many
rewind.
months?
How many months?
She's only starting out.
Where's the guy that got her pregnant? How about the most important question? Why is she pregnant and single?
Well, these days, that's like every other pregnant chick.
She said this. She said she was switching between birth control pills. So that's, she was still on them, but she was switching. So there's a chance you get pregnant that way. But used the condom. Condom broke. Took the morning after pill. Didn't take.
So this is
the child of Satan.
Yeah,
this is the Antichrist.
This is Gozer the Destroyer.
Yeah. It's like that that old Stephen Wright joke where he's like, he was having sex with a girl while wearing a condom. She was on the pill and had an IUD, and she still got pregnant, and the kid was bored wearing a suit of armor.
That's a great joke.
Yeah. Classic Stephen Wright. Stephen Wright, one of the best.
You hit it a couple times?
I've hit it a few times. I'll continue hitting it, but I'll tell you this. Someone we all know.
Oh, don't do that, bro.
Who's a female comic?
Well, the bottom line is we'll eventually know.
Who is it?
If she's 30 days pregnant, we'll know who it is in about 7
2 or
months.
3 months.
Is it Mara?
Right now, she was probably February.
Is it Mara?
She's 4 months pregnant.
Mara.
Who?
Mara. Okay, you don't know her.
Sam,
Okay.
New York or L.A.?
What do you think of me?
New York or L.A.? Not very much.
I think you're a
Not very
degenerate. We'll
much.
fuck anything.
I think that I'm scared to turn my back to you.
Jesus, Sam.
Is it a
Mara.
female comic?
Jesus Christ, dude. I'm almost mad at you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
New York or L.A.?
You still haven't
Ari?
answered. Is it or is it not Mara?
Apology accepted. No, here's my dad taught me a long time ago. When someone offers you like a deal that's not even close, you don't even respond to that offer. No, I won't respond to this fucking Mara comment.
That's the
Give me a
Jewish birds
break.
and bees, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, who else?
Is it New York or L.A.? Let us guess. New York or L.A.?
Used to be in New York, L.A., now in New York.
You'll find out soon enough. But I'll tell you what, I can't wait till that baby bump starts. I'll tell you something else. The pussy gets tighter.
Oh, Jesus.
What's
so
wrong
creepy
with
as
you?
you
Dude,
lean
that's
into the
always been a
screen.
thing I
so
wanted to do.
happy.
Like, fuck a
Yeah,
7-month
I know,
pregnant
next
chick.
course,
Really?
for her
You-
born-
We've talked about this, I
bastard.
think, Ari and I.
Because here's the thing. It's like if you got a good enough dick, you get in there deep enough, you get a blowjob from a fucking baby.
Jesus Christ.
I call that the fucking shish kebab.
You
Hey,
gotta make
real
sure
quick.
It's a girl, though.
John Jones, you see what he said?
That early. They're too early.
Going to heavyweight and retiring.
No, he talked about how the UFC tried to bully him into fighting in Sweden. He's like, I'm the champ, dude. I don't have to go to his fucking
I would love to talk about this right now.
Okay, we are.
Great topic. Great topic. Why does he get no respect?
No, why does
But I'll tell
Dana
you what.
White think that he's bigger than the fighters?
I tell you what, they did the same thing to Anderson Silva when he had to fight Rich Franklin. Rich Franklin was still really good and still highly regarded. And they go, we're going to fight the next fight in Cincinnati, Ohio. And Anderson Silva does this face during the press conference. He just goes, like,
Yeah.
he's like, I got to fight him on his home
What do I gotta do to get some
I beat
love?
him once.
I think Jon Jones is totally right. He shouldn't have to go there. You have to come
At the same
beat the
time,
champ.
though, it's going to be the biggest UFC attendance-wise in history if he
But
goes
they're
there.
not doing it now. They're not doing it now. I think he's fighting in Toronto.
That won't be as big.
They're going to do it in the Air Canada Center. Probably.
Which is the biggest arena that they fight at.
done one.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh, that'll be
move those
big.
out. I was supposed to go in Dallas and was supposed to be at fucking Cowboy Stadium, and they just didn't come together, and it happened at some place instead.
Where the Mavericks play.
Now, I know, Nick, I know you're not a huge UFC guy, but Ari and Sam are. Let me ask you guys this. What's your opinion on and Ari, you sent me that great article about it, or the interview with Jon Jones.
The video.
Yeah, the
He
video.
wants to go to heavyweight, and he wants to get out of the sport in like 3
I mean,
years.
but
He goes, "I got a
even
lot of living
before
to do."
that, even before he got to like, I want to move up to heavyweight, he was talking about this rematch where he felt like he should fight Cormier. And he goes, I just beat this guy. Why do I have to fight him again?
Not Cormier. Not
What's that?
Cormier.
No, I'm talking about, no, he was saying I should have to fight Cormier. I shouldn't have to take this rematch. I just beat this guy. Let
like what he
this
said.
guy
I like
get
what he
to
said.
the
He
back
goes,
of
"Yeah,
the
it was
line.
Yeah, and he goes, when I afterwards, I was like, maybe we should have a rematch. And he goes, and then I saw the fight again. And
Yes.
he goes, I clearly won rounds 1, 4, and 5.
I
But
clearly won 3 rounds of that fight. Cormier has done nothing to not deserve a title shot.
I agree.
Why does this guy get to jump back and get Indian cuts in line?
Hold on, you go fish.
Why does this guy get Indian cuts back in line and get right back to the front of the line again when you just got beat by the champ?
Okay, Ari.
Not a good reason. It's not a good enough reason. I get it. He gave him his closest fight to date. I get that. And so it's like, oh, that was the most exciting fight Jon Jones ever fought. But he won. And it wasn't like a cheap victory. It wasn't like when Chael Sonnen lost to Anderson Silva where it was like, wow, you really should have won that fight.
Yes.
Jon Jones just won.
Yes.
There was no like
Yes.
no one denied the decision. It was the right decision.
I completely
agree. It was like,
And it's also not like it's not like him saying like I want to fight Cormier next and I've already beat the shit out of Cormier. He's never fought him. And for somebody that wants to talk about in that same interview, I want to move up to heavyweight. This is a guy that can bang at heavyweight.
Yep.
So it would be a great test to show us not only if he makes short work of Cormier, it really says a message to all the fans. This guy can go to heavyweight.
Yeah. I think that Cormier fight's going to be interesting.
I think it's way more interesting than fucking Gustafsson again.
That's the first guy I'm like,
I think that Gustafsson fight is still really interesting.
I'm
that
not
was
saying
a
it
really
isn't.
good fight.
I don't think it's as great as people made it out to be. I watched it.
It was pretty good.
It was
but
good.
I will say this. I think that the UFC sometimes gives people shots when they shouldn't have shots. Not for a title. When they gave what's his name a shot at Jon Jones, it was like, what? You just came off a loss.
Who?
Now you're fighting for the title of different
The
weight
commentator
class,
guy?
Chael Sonnen. And
Sonnen,
it was like,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
what if he wins? What if Jon Jones injured his knee in the middle of the first round, like twisted his ankle or something, and now Chael Sonnen is the champion?
Well, that's something that the UFC is doing that we were just saying is like, you know, Chael Sonnen, because he's doing commentary and because he's coaching on The Ultimate Fighter and because he's becoming a household name to the exterior fan, to the not diehard fan like us, where we all know Sonnen doesn't deserve a title shot. But my girlfriend knows who Chael Sonnen is.
Yeah.
Because she
So
watches
he
Ultimate
deserves
Fighter
it.
with me, and she knows he's a commentator guy.
All right.
Now she's going to fucking want to go watch that shit.
Sam, get off your phone.
All the way from China. All the way from China.
Dropping your phone below the desk, and I'm still from China saying
Yeah, I think the UFC needs to really watch themselves, man.
Look, yeah, I don't mind you getting a marquee fight. I don't mind if, like, let's say they put somebody against Gustafsson right now.
Sure.
And somebody who's like not deserving. It's like, okay, but that's an easy win for Gustafsson. And if that guy, if that loser guy wins, then it's a great win for him, but not for a title shot. You don't give someone a shot at the title before they deserve it.
I'd almost rather
You gotta be
see
top five.
I'd almost rather see give Jon Jones another 4 or 5 months off, and let's go fucking Gustafsson and Cormier, and winner gets the title shot, and let's end the argument.
Yeah.
What's the alternative to UFC? Is there like another...
Bellator.
Okay.
But here's
Boxing.
the UFC's
But nobody's
biggest
watching
problem.
that shit.
But it's
Here's
really
the
nobody.
UFC's
Nobody.
biggest problem is this, is that you can watch a Bellator fight and be like, that was an exciting fight. The NFL, when you watch the NFL, you're like, these are the best NFL players. When you watch the basketball and the NBA, you're like, these are the best basketball players.
Yeah.
A fight is a fight. I mean, I'll watch YouTube and watch two fat fucks fight at KFC and be like, that's an entertaining fight.
Sure.
That's the UFC's problem. They're flooding the market so no one else can get footing, because you can get footing because you're just putting out fights. It's fights or
Nobody
fights.
can really get footing. It's like no one's going to even come close. It's just going to be a super minor league. Let them get footing. Who cares?
Well, I want to see what the pay-per-view was for the Johnson fight. This is how bad it is that nobody knew who the fighter was. On Sheerdog, before every major fight, they do the pros picks. They go to all these pro MMA fighters. For the first time ever, one guy got every vote. The other guy, they were all like, I don't know who he is, so I'm rooting for the other guy. Keaton. Keaton?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. You guys are talking about, well, you were just a second ago talking about Gustafsson and Jones.
Yeah.
Jones and Gustafsson. Yes.
Yeah. Don't you think that they shouldn't have done the Glover Teixeira fight and should have done a rematch between Gustafsson and Jones?
No.
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 What?
Why?
You guys are
It wasn't a
maniacs.
bad
You guys are
decision. No one thought it was a bad
maniacs.
decision.
You're a maniac.
No,
Glover
I'm
Teixeira hasn't lost
not.
it forever.
Why?
Why? We just told you why.
crazy
For
lost
starters,
the
it's
fight.
Teixeira, not Teixeira.
Yeah.
Because he beat him. That's why. He beat him. They did give him that match. They should have given him the match against Gustafsson. They did. He beat him. And then that's it. He did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a garbage fight, as it would have been. Even and that kind of rhymes with Gustafsson. But
listen, do you think that Gustafsson got robbed with the decision?
Oh, no.
Okay, then there's no debate.
Right, Sam.
The only reason you would do a rematch is if he got robbed.
Yeah.
He did not get robbed, but it was so close. I mean, dude, they give like Chael Sonnen to Jon Jones and shit like that all the time.
We agree with
but
that.
But a lot of that is to his credit because he's blown through that fucking entire division. It's like if you've beaten everybody that there is, how can you blame the guy that's lit everybody up and go like, well, he's beaten everybody?
I would much rather see him fight Cormier. I mean, I'm going to
Me
watch
too.
this fight. I'm a huge Bones Jones fan. He's from the 607. 607
I'm
for
starting to agree
life.
with you about the monuments. I'm starting to agree with you about the monuments.
Well, what about, okay, but don't you think it should have been the rematch with Gustafsson?
But we just told you no. We don't think that.
On this asshole. Hang up on this fuck face. We just said no.
Hang up on this fuck face.
He has no patience.
And you're out. And you're out.
We just told you no, and we told you why.
I was like, when someone asks you your opinion, you give them your opinion, and then they go, "You're wrong." It's like, I'm not wrong. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
You asked me what my favorite color is. I told you, and you said I'm wrong.
I disagree.
It was beyond that. He goes, "Don't you think this?" And we're like, "No, we already told you that we don't think that."
Yeah, even worse.
So if you're debating whether something's right or wrong, and you're like, "Well, my opinion is,"
Right.
and you'd be like, "Well, your opinion's wrong."
But he's like, "Don't you think this?" And then we go, "No." And he goes, "You're wrong." I go, "I'm not wrong about what I think. You just asked me what I think, and I told you."
Yeah, and we backed it up with facts. We even asked him,
Yeah,
"Did you
don't-
think he got robbed?" No. Okay.
Is
So
your favorite
why is
color
there a
green?
rematch?
Yes.
Why does it look like
Don't
it
you think
snowed
your
in
favorite color is
Brazil?
Blue?
It does.
No, I said it's green.
Um,
But don't you think it's blue?
Ari, this this weekend, Youssef's doing his first CD at La Jolla. Four shows, tape and all.
All Things Comedy? How are you releasing it, Nick?
All Things Comedy, iTunes, and then eventually Spotify and RDO and all those things. And then I'm going to try and do vinyl, but I got to find a way to do it that's...
I wouldn't do vinyl yet. See how well it sells.
But he's such a goddamn hipster vinyl
Yeah,
guy.
look at him, man.
say queer.
He's wearing a
would
fucking
be-
sleeveless
Yeah, what's going on?
denim jacket.
Yeah,
Like,
look at that.
blacks. You should only do vinyl.
Yeah, right?
Like you can go undercover in the fucking
Dude, you want to get
Gap
really
if you
hip?
want
Throw
to.
an 8-track out there.
I know.
That would be
Yeah.
hilarious.
It's a small vinyl run, but I've had people hit me up and ask if I'm doing it
Yeah.
on vinyl. So I'm going to do a little, but...
Yeah, I got to ask. I'm like, I don't think I'll sell enough to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, I would...
No, Sam, you won't. You won't. That's not your market.
How did your vinyl do?
Can we hang up on Ari?
I know, right?
Great. You did great. Why,
It
Sam?
did
Come on.
great, he
That's not your
says, this guy. Come on, Sam.
Great.
It's not your people, Sam.
I get it. My people.
Yeah.
I get it. What else? What other sports are going on? Baseball, hockey's done. Basketball's done. UFC.
Now we're in the time where it's like, this is my
Baseball and World Cup is
least
all I think.
favorite, and if it sans the World Cup, you know, because that's happening right now, and that gives me a little something to go for. It's
What
my
do you guys think
least,
about Pete Rose? I hear what you're saying. What about Pete Rose, where he said he's been 25 years. He goes, it's not their fault. It's my fault. Absolutely, I did stuff wrong, but I'd still like to get back in.
He deserves to be back in.
I agree, man. If you look at all of the
think it's
everything
25
that's
years
happened
banned is
since
enough.
his infraction,
Yeah.
everything that's happened. Look at Michael Jordan leaving, going to Atlantic City, gambling all night,
Yeah.
coming back, untouchable. I mean, granted,
No, that's
Pete
different.
Rose
That's
is
different.
gambling
It's way
on
different.
baseball while playing baseball.
Way different. Yeah.
But
did
the
he-
drugs, the drinking and drivings, the wife beatings,
None
every
of that
single
compares to
fucking
the
thing that's
none of that
happened.
compares to the integrity of the integrity of the game is at stake. If you
I
bet on
understand
the
that.
game-
The integrity of baseball is at stake. Baseball.
If you're betting on your games, man,
with the
you're
court bats
changing
and the
outcome of
fucking
games.
steroid controversy and everything that's happened in baseball.
How does steroids not affect the integrity of the game?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, let me ask you something, Ari. Did
No,
it ever
because here's-
get proved
I'll tell
that
you
he
what, I'll
bet
tell you
against
why.
his team?
Because they play to win on
Never.
steroids.
Never.
But if you are betting, even on your team, then you are throwing out relievers that you would save for the next game.
He never
that
bet
you're
on his
no
own
longer
games.
Saving because you need to win that.
He
game
never bet on his
specifically
own
if you're
He
games?
betting.
never bet on his own games.
How's that provable, though?
Because they got the guy he was
Because
making
it-
bets with.
Because his bookies are some of the people that ratted him out, and they were like, during his investigation, they were saying, "Hey, man, he's betting on baseball." So it's kind of like insider trading. Oh, I know Sam, and Sam's telling me, "Hey, man, I'm gonna have a killer set tonight." I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna bet on Sam's set because I know him, and he's telling me we're gonna light this guy up tonight."
By the way, inside trading, Ari, did you know it's okay for congressmen and senators to get inside trading info, and then they could sell their stocks and they can't get tried for that?
I'll tell you what, beyond that, it was allowed. And then one new congressman from New Jersey came in and said, "Hey, what's up? How come no one else can insider trade and the Congress can? Like, we should make an end to that." And so they passed a bill to say Congress can no longer insider trade.
How'd that
And they
vote
were
go?
like, great job, wait. And then they made a new bill saying, yeah, we can again.
What?
They're
Oh
crooked,
my
man.
God.
They're crooked. If anyone's listening out there, hoard your guns. The time is coming soon. We're going to have to take up arms
What
against this government.
time?
Is there a direct time? Is it like going to be like August at 5 p.m.?
Take it back by force, the way we took it back in the first place.
What?
What are you doing?
I'm just saluting America. Isn't that how we salute?
I think it starts here.
Oh, and then it goes up.
I've been reading a lot of Mao Zedong's ideas, and he had a lot of good ideas.
He had a lot of great ideas.
Was a problem. Implementation was a problem, but he had a lot of good ideas.
Yeah.
And the government we have right now is no longer representing our people.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
From the inside
They
out.
represent the people that are running the
Kill them
government.
all or get rid of them all. They're not going away peacefully. Kill them all.
Oh,
you know, I watched this show.
If the FBI is listening, I don't agree with anything Ari said. I love people.
Hey, I'm not going to do it, but I know that's the only way there's going to be change. That's the only way there's going to be change.
If the
everyone picks
FBI is
up
listening,
guns,
my name is
starts doing
Duncan Trussell. I watched this show about.
I'm not gonna do it. But,
This I watched this documentary about. I know you
It's the
love.
only way
like
it's going to
History
get
Channel.
done. That's the only way it's going to get done. How else is it going to happen? How
Well,
else
the
is it going to
problem is
happen?
most people are like you, and they just go, "It needs to get done, but I'm not going to do it."
Most people. But if 1 out of 3,000 people says, I'm willing to sign up, then we have an army, a guerrilla army of 100,000 men and women across this country. 100,000 guerrilla warfare people.
That's like
And
nothing.
yeah, that'll get something done.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, I think 1/10 of our military could take out 100,000 people.
Okay, but you think they're fighting
they've
on a
done
You
it.
think they're just coming at you all 100,000 at once? Or they're just hiding one guy in one apartment building, another guy in Kansas?
Do you know
It's
what's
not
so
like
funny?
it's a
That's even
battlefield.
worse. Then you're
If you
splitting
look-
up your forces. and
If
it's
you
just
look at the progression of war,
Planting
right?
bombs, you just
How-
need one guy to plant a good bomb somewhere.
That, you know,
What are they
you know
gonna-
who
what are
else
they gonna
operates
rape? What
like
are they going to
that?
kill all of Manhattan?
You know who
Because
else
there's-
operates
there's
like that?
1,000 people there?
Terrorists, Al Qaeda, and they don't get anything done.
Ugly fucking.
I disagree with that, dude. I think they. I mean, like, look what's going on in Iraq and Afghanistan right now.
Oh, yeah.
We fucking
The
spent all
minute
this
we
money,
bounce, they just take it
did all
right
this
back
shit.
over.
We changed
They haven't
nothing.
even lost it all yet.
We actually made it worse in a weird way.
We did more damage there than any terrorist.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's so funny if you look at the progression of war. Like during not our Civil War, but when we fought Britain, like the old war used to be like stand, march, shoot, stand, march, shoot,
Front
and that's
line,
how.
yeah.
And
Just
you
get
would just win with numbers. And then we're like,
then
we can't
Vietnam
fight them
came.
like that. So we go,
And then
Indians,
Vietnam
how do you do
came.
it?
We didn't know what to
Hide
do.
in trees, hide behind,
Yep.
bam, 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 nail people. So that changed the war. And now what Al Qaeda and them did, they changed it even more. They hid in schools and hospitals and shit where they knew we couldn't bomb.
So now we go drones. Let's have robots fight.
No, I think that's the worst, dude. And then,
It's the way it's gonna go.
Opening scene of the Terminator. Do you remember that? Where like
One of
the
the first
robot's walking and he steps
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
skull.
yeah.
Look what's in the sky. Fucking drones everywhere.
Yeah.
It'll be drones and computer warfare. The future.
Yeah.
No more invading.
Yep.
There's too much at stake for like.
1 out of 4 children in Yemen are suffering from PTSD.
Yep.
I'm surprised it's
4.
that low. I'm surprised it's that
Children.
low.
Children. That's not someone who took part in anything.
Yep.
I'm surprised it's that
Well,
low.
there's only 4 children in Yemen.
Oh, that's true.
And 4 left.
It's a crazy time. Ari, do you want to promote anything?
Yeah, June 30th, I have a storyteller show at the Union Hall in Brooklyn.
Oh, cool.
It's Stories of Childhood, 8 o'clock, Union Hall. Tickets are on my website, arithegreat.com.
That's cool.
Nice.
Who's all on that? Who you got on that one?
Big J. Okerson, Miss Pat, and I'm still looking for other people.
Cool.
Ari, are you going to do any one in LA? I'd like to try one again. I haven't done it in forever since I didn't do the one story you wanted me to.
Since you what? Did or didn't?
Didn't.
Did not, you're saying?
Yeah, you want me to do another story. I didn't do that story, and you've got all your panties in a bunch.
No, I was just like, why'd you bomb when you didn't have to bomb?
Oh.
That's even
I've
worse
only-
to say.
Oh, okay.
I've only
Nick,
done 2 of yours, and how'd those go, Ari?
I've never done any.
Great. Yeah, man, there's 5 people at fucking show once a month. What do you want me to tell you guys?
Shut up. Go.
Well, I'm not complaining. This Friday, Saturday, La Jolla Comedy Store, 8 and 10:30, 2 shows each night. I'm recording all 4 of them, so please come.
2 for 1 tickets if you mention all things comedy.
Yes.
If you mention Punch Drunk, 3 for 1 ticket.
That's not a true thing, but it should be. But the
3 for
coupon
1 tickets,
code.
mention Punch Drunk.
The
Yeah, they
coupon
want you
code
to
is.
pack it. Just pack it.
Yeah, I know. The coupon
858.
code.
What's the number there?
If you say Punch Drunk, you can open up for Nick. First 50 people only.
454-9176.
Yes. LaHoya.comedystore.com. The coupon code is ATC. That gets you 2-for-1 tickets. Come out. If you don't live there, tell your friends to go. Pack that place. Let's make it good.
Go.
Awesome. Next Tuesday, I'm doing the comedy roast battle once again. I get a shot at the title. I walk out of there with a win.
Yeah.
I am the champion, and I'm very excited for that.
The guy's undefeated, so you got to beat him.
Yeah.
How many times have you done it?
I'm 1-0, but this kid's 4-0, and Trejo retired, so he's got the belt.
Who?
Frank Castillo.
Oh, nice. I heard Marino called out Tony.
He did. He did last week.
Marino, what are you talking about? You lost in a fucking laugh.
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah, he called out Tony. And,
drunk is the answer.
Yeah, he called out Tony, and Tony goes, "You wish." Next week I'll be doing that. My next 3 for 30 is going to be at Inside Jokes, July 13th. Moving it there, and I will make an announcement who's there. I'm just confirming 2 people. I don't want to say their names yet. And then in September, I will be doing a
September, dude? Nobody's going to
I'll
remember
tell you why.
that.
I'll tell you why. I'm doing a CD recording in the belly room of the Comedy Store. So once that gets up, it'll also be my first CD. So
all right.
That's why I said September.
All right, let's push it. Let's put it on the website. We'll pack that fucking room. You should do 2 shows that night.
That looks like that's what we're going to do.
All right. My next show, I'm very excited. My next big one, I'm doing the July 4th weekend at finally playing an A-list club in my home area.
Oh, nice.
The Funny Bone in Syracuse. I'm going home. It's great, dude. I get to get flown out and paid and to hang out with my family.
What a big fun weekend, too, July 4th. Yeah,
yeah, so cool. I'm going to be out there. Hopefully I got some friends and family coming out for that. And then we're setting it up right now. But July 29th is the karaoke pole dancing world championships at the Viper Room.
It's the most fun fucking. You can't believe it's a real show.
That's cool.
Here it comes. So it's going to be great. So I'm very excited. Ari, will you ever be back in LA anytime soon?
Maybe August.
They want to do a live Punch Drunk.
Oh, I have a big announcement actually.
Okay, hang up on him. Go. No.
Yeah, dude.
All right, guys. Hey, check out BetDSi.eu or .com for all your betting needs. If you want to make some wagers, go on them. Use Punch Drunk, the promo code. Also, go on Caveman Coffee. Punch Drunk Sports promo code. Get 10% off. Help out the show. We love you guys. Appreciate all the comments. 5-star reviews. Hit us up on iTunes. Nick Youssef, good luck on your recording.
Thank you, Nick, so much for being here. BetDSi.edu, cavemancoffee.com, Punch Drunk Sports. Suck it.
Bye.